We're live now.
Oh, we're live? Okay. So, Tropius, Mirror Match. I think they're both the Air Slash versions.
Yeah, good call on the quick move. This is going to be very effective for both, and we'll see
What
CMP
happens?
might come into play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's now randomized with the update
Yeah, making this more unpredictable.
matchup for sure. It looks like I'm actually not sure whose screen we're seeing, but I think
Oh, we're seeing Francisco.
Francisco. Okay, so Francisco 89, I think, got CMP there. Um, unless Sasori Joke decide to farm a little extra. Oh, maybe CMP's just going back and forth because it is random. So Sasori Joke is going to get this off.
Okay, landing the
No.
aerial ace,
Oh no! Why? Oh, he went Leaf Blade. He had it.
hoping to get a shield.
Yeah, but his Tropius is at such low health. That was a
Good no shield. Yeah, that puts him behind.
behind. Yeah. Oh, that was. I think he thought he was going to fate, and he may have panic pressed the Leaf Blade, not realizing that he could have gotten it off. But at least, now Sasori Joke is in a good position. He's going to be able to blow a shield on this Hypno. Not sure that was necessary to shield, though. The Leaf Blade would have hurt, but not too much. And now the Hypno is completely defenseless. And in comes Azumarill.
But he's got the right charge move to do this
Yeah.
Azumarill dirty. Let's see how he goes.
Thunder Punch coming through. Doesn't
And
get
he
the shield,
lands.
but he switches into Vigoroth. Now, I don't know if this is great without shields, because if that Azumarill's running Hydro Pump, that Vigoroth is going to be one-shotted, but maybe he wants to save that Hypno?
Yeah, it's an uphill battle here.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out what that Azumarill's running.
Yeah, that's very important.
Oh, Hydro Pump it is, so that Vigoroth is like almost nuked.
Soaking wet.
Yeah. Here we go. This is gonna. It won't KO the Azumarill, but probably put it very close. Oh, it does KO. Okay, so.
Those body slams.
Yeah.
Shiny Swampert.
Is he good? Oh, he's able to one-shot it down. A lot of energy on that and one shield. So this is probably GG at this point. The Hypno does have to get off. Or bait out the shield with Thunder Punch is probably its only hope. But the Hydro Cannons are going to be super spammy.
Absolutely.
And
What a great first match.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone tuning in. Season 1 champion stream event for some very skilled battlers in Denmark.
Oof. Okay. I think that first that Tropius mirror cost him. Had he done Aerial Ace and then not blown the shield on the Hypno, a little bit of a better shot. Let's see how he adapts this round.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So
Because he had the good charge move, the Thunder Punch for the Azumarill, and then the Vigoroth would have had a pretty decent matchup against the Swampert.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? Now that they're just picking the mods, we could probably go over the teams really quick. So Francisco's running Clefable, Swampert, Magneton, Muck, Tropius, and Azumarill, and then Sasori's running the Whiscash, Vigoroth, Tropius, Umbreon, Bastiodon, and Hypno. Sasori Joke's team is like a team of tanks, pretty much.
Yeah, very solid team, and we've seen, I believe, Snarl. It will generate more energy on the Umbreon.
Yeah, I wonder if he brings in the Umbreon this time around. And I wonder if Francisco decides to bring in that Muck maybe to deal with the Tropius. Or is he going to
Yes.
stick the same thing?
Sasori's definitely staying with the same thing, just a different order.
Yeah.
I think he feels strongly about his team. I do that sometimes as well, right? You feel like you might have been able to get the win if you just played it a little better and you keep the same lineup, but just mix it up a little.
Yeah, keep going in with the same thing, but sometimes... actually, you remind me of this. You quoted it on Saturday stream. I think it was my third match when we were starting. You're like... Sometimes when I can't remember the exact words, like, sometimes this is where changing the lead helps.
Yeah, you feel like it was so close, or if you just played it a little different.
Yeah.
But the mind games are real for PvP, and we'll see how game 2
goes. Yeah.
Shiny Vigoroth versus
Versus
Swampert.
Swampert. Oh, I think this is. I'm not actually sure how this plays out in Shields. Both of them are going to be super spammy, though the Hydro Cannons are going to eat Vigoroth alive. But Swampert is also very squishy, so Body Slam is going to hurt.
Yeah, you can see the counter damage bring it right down.
Down, yeah.
Good first shield. Wants to get off these body slams. Let's see how much damage it will do.
Oh yeah, that's a chunk of damage. Yeah, Swampert is just very squishy. I think maybe he should have shielded, but he loaded up on a lot of energy and then he switched out to the Azumarill, so at least he has that extra energy waiting around in the back. Now, this isn't good. If he's running Play Rough Hydro Pump, he's in a bad situation. I hope he has the Ice Beam. Oh!
He does.
But, oh, you know what? He knows that the Tropius can survive. I actually remember that the Tropius can survive from watching King's match at Invitational, where he kept letting that first Ice Beam go through.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very favorable. It looks like he's got a good start to the match.
They're both down a shield, but the Azumarill is actually able to get to another Ice Beam.
Okay, so he's out of shields.
Yeah. He's probably going to actually blow his shield to save the Azumarill. I mean, what exactly does Francisco have? He didn't. I don't think he brought in the Magneton, so he just has a Hypno with Thunder Punch. So I think he wants us to keep that Azumarill pretty safe. He can get to another Ice Beam and take this Tropius out right now.
Yeah, I think that's because he was a little slow on the switch. Do you think he would have done better if he got the Tropius in faster?
Definitely. Yeah, the Azumarill I think got too ahead with energy, so it's possible that he might have been able to get another Leaf Blade off. Okay, so Swampert is now just going to unleash that Hydro Cannon on this Hypno, and then it'll die, and Azumarill will come back out. I wonder if he was hoping that the Hypno would launch Thunder Punch on the Swampert, but he was able to hold the charge and bring out his Vigoroth, so it's not over yet.
Yeah, good play bringing his Vigoroth in for the body slam. I wonder if he could have got a couple counters in before he did that, but against Swampert, it's so risky because he can get to the Hydro Cannon so fast.
Ooh, you know what? This is gonna the Leaf Blades are gonna hurt Vigoroth, and then Azumarill is just going to. I think it just needs a few more bubbles to get a Hydro Pump ready to nuke the Hypno in the back. So we'll see how much damage that those Thunder Punches are going to be able to do. Yeah, so this is not looking good right now. Looks like the Hypno is actually going to have to deal with Tropius, and since it's not running Ice Punch, Thunder Punch is going to be neutral. He might as well just try and go for a... actually, Tropius is pretty close down that maybe a Thunder Punch might put it near KO. And I think this is going to be... no, the Hypno should survive, I think.
It's tough to call.
Yeah.
A little slow motion for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Oh, he brings in the Azu right away
Azu.
to make sure. Nail in the coffin.
Wow, Sasori joke is no joke.
Yeah, great win. Okay,
Yeah, that was
GG's.
well played. Was that the Ace Slayer, Sasori joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy they call the Ace Slayer. Sasori joke. And he just dominated. So I wonder if they're going to do a round 3 there, or...
No, they're going to take it offline.
Okay.
Do you guys want to take a look at the bracket now? On your
Yeah.
phones?
So let's take a look at the bracket and see...
I'm going to flip over the bracket on this side.
Yeah.
Alright, please see the teams, so then you guys can...
So the... Come on, Soph.
So it looks like it's going to be...
Oh, no one else is actually... Oh, yeah, right, they're waiting for us. So, yeah, Sasori Joke just won his, and now it's going to be Casper Lang versus Nemo Stormblood. Ooh, Nemo Stormblood was a European... or not European. European Championship winner, right? Or was that just your tournament?
No, just the Open Qualifier.
Open Qualifier. Okay, that's the one.
Very talented trainer, though.
And then...
Yeah, not easy to win one of those tournaments.
Oh, but he's
Bring in the
facing-
Vespa Queen.
He's facing Casper Lang. I guess that was the other ace trainer in the or season 1 ace trainer, so that's going to be a very tough matchup. Something I definitely am looking forward to. So for people who are listening, they're going to be streaming most of the matches, so all matches in round 1 are going to be streamed.
That's great for the viewers to be able to see multiple matches of like a very cool tournament. The season 1 championship is a very good format with some restricted picks.
Yeah, it's nice to go back to some familiar territory again. Although there are definitely some changes. I mean, Bronzong and Clefable's running around now. Swamperts.
Yeah, with the Hydro Cannon was not a restricted pick. So we have for restricted Medicham, Altaria, Skarmory, Azumarill, Lucario, Bastiodon, Venusaur, Meganium, Tropius, Probopass.
Lucario was restricted? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember when we were patiently waiting, like, what is the World Championships format going to go? Is it going to be just a repeat of the regional format? And Sylph had a great way to kind of spice it up and make people pick. And then we also saw some crazy fun matchups with, like, you know, Lucario or not Lucario,
So actually, Francisco also qualified for season 1 championship through the wild card format too. So
So another fact: Francisco qualified for the open qualifier through a wild card.
okay.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I know I said Lucario. The Ludicolo is what I meant. We got to see play from different Pokemon that you don't normally see.
Yeah, Ludicolo play on stream. Who was it that brought it? I felt like Marzex Mango or someone like that was playing a Ludicolo and a Relicanth or something.
So he was playing Relicanth, and then Raging Taz.
Raging Taz played.
The winner was running
the double flyer around the Ludicolo.
Good coverage too. Good coverage.
Yeah, it seemed each. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say the grass types here are interesting because so like, you know, obviously with restricted picks, they're like a lot of people are looking to go outside of Tropius, and I only see one Victory Bell, which is a surprise. I remember when Worlds was being played, Victory Bell was a very popular pick, but it looks like Torterra, Ivysaur, and Venusaur have. Oh, even Meganium. Meganium's a restricted one as well, but
yeah, correct.
Yeah, just one Victory Bell in the entire tournament.
I feel like it just has. It's almost like a one-trick pony. I know you can get to, you know, an acid spray and you have Razor Leaf chunking down, but it just seems like the other grass users are so effective.
Yeah, it is squishy, but I think it has the highest attack in the Great League for grass type.
Okay.
Which is why it's Razor Leaf anyway. It's really good. Fun fact that I didn't know till I battled Quan when I was practicing for Worlds: a Frostlass loses to Victory Bell in one shield.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Razor Leaf is just so powerful.
Yeah, and then of course if you pick one, then you can select from the other restricted picks too. So
yeah.
So to start, they're showing Nemo Stormblood.
Oh, so they are getting started now. So Nemo Stormblood versus Casperling. So these are two ace trainers from the previous season. So this is going to be a lot of fireworks going in. So they have locked in. Did not actually see what they locked in, but we will.
This is Bronzong, Swampert, Meganium
For
Neo.
Nemo. So Bronzong, Swampert, and Meganium for Nemo Stormblood. So here we go. And he's leading that Bronzong into Swampert. So this isn't very good for the Bronzong immediately. Swampert's going to be able to spam Hydro Cannon. Those Mud Shots, even though weak, are doing a little bit of damage there as well. And maybe that Swampert might even try to go for an Earthquake at some point if... he isn't going to shield the Hydro Cannon, so... It looks like there was a little lag there, but they're good now. Ooh, that Bronzong... is down to very low health, and he's trying to get that Psyshock off. He's pressed it several times, and now it's going off. I think they're lagging a little bit.
I think it's
even from our playback.
Yeah.
I think the players are fine. The stream that we're watching is lagging.
Oh, they seem okay too.
The players. The players see the things are catching up and things are dropping. So.
Swampert, a great pick for this cup too, not being restricted and having the community day move.
Oh, versus Umbreon. The Hydro Cannon is gonna do okay, but Umbreon is so tanky that it's gonna take more than 2 Hydro Cannons to really put the
Yeah.
Umbreon down. Oh, but the Umbreon gets off its charge move first.
With the new snarl.
Did
eh?
it?
It's a Snarl version too. Yeah, it's generating energy much faster as well.
Chose not to shield.
Yeah. Oh, I think King is actually very much right. It is the stream lagging or the playback lagging there.
Okay, now you guys can be super precise on your commentary. All that.
Yeah, there goes the foul play. Man, Meganium shaking its head like that is just hilarious.
Now, was that the right play to not shield the Swampert and get more Hydro Cannons off and just go with the Frenzy plant on the game?
I think so, just because Meganium is also spammy, can get to Frenzy Plant very quickly,
Right.
and it's so tanky, so it can withstand a lot more than the Swampert can. But at the same time, it's going to be forced to shield right now as well, because the Umbreon still alive, still launching those foul plays, and launching it much faster than it was able to when it wasn't running Snarl.
Decides to use the second shield to protect Meganium.
Yeah. Attack incoming. Where's it coming from? Oh, there we go. Took a moment for the animation to pop up, so we knew who was launching the move. Oh, Meganium is able to hang on.
Yeah, Meganium will probably be able to take more of the foul plays or the charge moves too, so you're right, it was a better move to just let Swampert go.
Yeah.
Bring in the Meganium.
And now Umbreon is gone too, but Meganium is about to go the same way. But I think Casperlang is in a better position simply because he's got the shield and he's got 2 of his mons ready, and in comes the Bronzong of Nemo Stormblood at very low health, if I'm remembering correctly. And the Psyshock's going to go off. I mean, he could even launch a Bulldoze, and it's not going to do too much to the Bronzong. But he calls it correctly, and he shields, so he beats... Casperlang takes game 1 over Nemo Stormblood.
GG's. Yeah, thank you for everyone coming to watch the tournament and the video for the replay. We hope to do more of these in the future, showcasing a lot of the skill from all over the world, just like, we have a lot of skilled battlers in Canada. Denmark's got its own player pool of talent, and we're seeing that on display here today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not very often you get to see 2 ace trainers battle it out in the first round.
So I think
and it's a new season, everyone fighting for ranking.
Casperlang wasn't an ace trainer, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it wasn't it?
It was Kazuki, which you'll see next match.
Oh boy.
That's
I
okay.
He's played differently.
A small correction: there was 1 ace trainer in Nemo Stormblood, but there is another one in another match.
Next
but
match.
Casperlang is now looking like the ace slayer.
Yeah, I like Casperlang's team too. He's got, pretty good restricted picks, bringing the Umbreon, Swampert, and Ivysaur to give you that grass coverage.
Yeah, he likes the. He didn't go for. Oh yeah, Venusaur's restricted. I keep forgetting that, but he went for Ivysaur over Victory Bell. Interesting. Could be because it's the closest thing to a Venusaur. I think it actually beats Venusaur in the head-on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's always comforting knowing, you can win some matchups
Yeah.
against Big Brother.
In the Safari Cup that I didn't actually make it to, my team also featured a Ivysaur because I just realized it's actually not bad at all. It's pretty good and really spammy. I think Power Whip and Sludge Bomb are equal energy as well. So I was okay with that. I'm like, okay, 1 extra Vine Whip to get to Power Whip than it was to get to Frenzy Plant from Venusaur.
Okay, I'm just looking at the teams here, wondering what could be done. I wonder if we're going to see some Vespa Queen.
I'm hoping we see some Vespa Queen.
I just don't know about the matchups against when we're looking at Casper Lang's team. I think there's.
No, Casperling's Medicham is definitely not a hundo. That could even just be like a random meta type that was evolved. It's 1395.
Oh, good eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Casperling's. He's got a 1500 on the dot Ivysaur.
Yeah.
So,
Let's take a look at some of the.
so what do you? Someone's suggesting. What do you think of the Vespiquen
Oh.
on Neo Stormblood's team to use?
Oh, I like Vespiquen. Honestly, I think Vespiquen will be really good against Medicham, Ivysaur, and Umbreon, checking 3 of them, but then it's just going to run into a lot of problems versus Bronzong, Azumarill, and Swampert. So if Nemo Stormblood can figure out how to work that Vespiquen run, at this point I don't think Nemo Stormblood is going to be running Vespiquen lead, simply because the only way he can run a Vespiquen lead, I think, is if Casper Lang predicts that or thinks that Nemo Stormblood's bringing in a Bastiodon and puts in the Medicham lead. And if that's what Casper Lang does, then Nemo Storm could predict that Casper Lang's doing that and bring in the Vespiquen. That's what I think. But other than that, I think even though it checks 3 of his Pokemon, the other 3 are going to do way better against Vespiquen, and I don't think it's really quite worth bringing it in at this point, unless that Medicham comes out for the lead.
I think he agrees with you. He's going to leave Vespiquen on the bench there.
Yeah, but I do want to see that come out in this tournament today, because
yeah, we've got a lot of matches to go.
Yeah, it's a spice pick, pretty spicy.
So, Vespiquen does lose to Bronzong all shields, but it does beat Swampert in 2.
Oh, it does in 2.
2 by quite a bit actually.
So
Interesting.
There's a fun fact there, guys. Vespiquen can beat Swampert in 2 shields by quite a bit.
And again, favorable matchup for Swampert, right?
Yeah, and again, Nemo Stormblood choosing not to shield that Hydrokin and knowing how low it's going to put him. And those Mudshots are still doing some work. And this time, choosing to get off that, he's not farming up for extra energy, because last time that really put his Bronzong in critical health. He's just going to get off that Psyshock and insta-switch. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's trying to... And it worked. So he was
nice
able to,
play.
Yeah, he switched into the Meganium right away to be able to chunk that Swampert's health down, because that Swampert caused him so much trouble the last time. Very well played. Let's see what his opponent comes back in with. So his opponent comes back in with Psyshock. You know that Meganium is trying to get off an Earthquake. Oh, he's going to fake with the Frenzy Plant. Let's see if the bait works.
Kind of hard not to shield this scenario, knowing that Earthquake will do so much damage.
Yeah, definitely scary thought to be hit with an Earthquake in that situation.
Yeah, learning from game 1.
So Nemo Stormblood is in a very good position. It looks like he might come back. He's going to launch the Earthquake. This is dangerous because for Casper Lang, either he has to blow his second shield now, or he's just going to have to let his Bronzong be taken out. Oh, and he lets his Bronzong be nearly taken out, just barely hanging on there.
Some slow motion feints.
In comes that Umbreon, but it looks like Nemo Stormblood has this into the bag. He's probably just going to let this Meganium go. Oh, he chose to shield. Okay, so he's gonna blow his energy to get off the Frenzy Plant. Though I don't even think that would put Umbreon into yellow, or almost putting it into yellow. No, Umbreon's just way too tanky. And so he holds on to his shields, but now he has no shield. So the Umbreon is going to try and put in work on the Swampert.
This might be closer than we think here, right?
Yeah, if he can take out the Swampert. I don't think so. He's going to have to get off 3 foul plays to get off that. He had enough energy too. It's hard to forget that Snarl now generates a lot more energy. So Stormblood maybe shouldn't have shielded on that Meganium. Should have let it go. because now it's costing him. And again, Umbreon able to get off another charge move. So the Swampert's going down. So, this is tricky. What's he gonna come in
with that shield remaining, right? This is going to be tough. We thought.
He exited. Interesting.
Looks like he lagged.
He might have lagged. Yeah, maybe it's just hard to tell because our feed was also lagging.
Yeah. But talk about that new Snarl. Or did he just forfeit the match? I have no idea.
Oh, that's possible.
That's kind of.
But man, that like new Snarl, I did not. I haven't actually tried it out, but it looks like. I mean, it was hard to tell when it was lagging, but it looks like it got off 3 foul plays when Swampert got off.
It's crazy. It's very
nothing
fast.
almost. So maybe there was lag, but yeah, it's crazy quick, making Umbreon like. I thought Umbreon was gonna fall down the rankings when Zoilus came out, but Snarl just makes Umbreon that much better again.
Yeah, for sure. Well, second fastest energy generation move now.
Yeah.
Right. So.
I think
Second fastest. Wow.
Yeah, I think Mudshot and Psycho Cut probably are tied for first, right?
Mudshot, Psycho Cut, and Thundershock are all.
Right, Thundershock as well.
At
Yeah.
4.5.
Yeah.
And then Snarl is clear second at 4.33.
Yeah.
Giving a tank such a fast energy generating move is scary.
Yeah, I mean, Umbreon was already an issue for a lot of people in pretty much any format, whether it be like Nightmare or Twilight or regionals, and now just give it Snarl and it's like this psycho dark bunny.
Yeah, Niantic really fine-tuning a lot of these moves by either changing them or adding new ones just to kind of keep the metas for these different cups very spicy.
Yeah. I mean, even like all these moves, a lot of these moves just came in for Sinister as well, right? And it was like a week before, a couple people's like cups. Everyone was just like, oh God, time to rethink our cups all over again.
Yeah, not necessarily flipping it like over, but like giving some other opportunities for quick moves. So you just really have to pay attention. And then, nerfing Power Up Punch was pretty big. Just kind of
that was a huge one. And giving Alolan Marowak Fire Spin as well, that was huge.
Yeah, I see a lot of players running Fire Spin.
Yeah, even me, I run it myself. It's so good against Steelix, and Steelix it's like scary.
Good. Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, I think PvP Poke is ranking Steelix as number 1 now with their updated rankings for Sinister.
Oh, really? I'll have to double check that.
Oh, they are skating. So I assume this is a rematch then.
Yeah, just a little bit of lag to give us a rematch.
Yeah.
We'll have a clear battle here.
It was kind of hard to tell where the lag happened because our stream thing was also lagging, but I honestly thought the shield on the Meganium was a huge mistake, even though he had that Frenzy Plant, because that Frenzy Plant didn't even put the Umbreon into yellow, and that Umbreon didn't bother shielding either, and the Umbreon almost ran away with the match. The energy generation on Snarl was good, and he had a lot of loaded energy anyway, and he had the shield. Casper Lang had the shield as well. So let's see how Nemo Stormblood is going to be able to play this out this time around. So I assume they're going to probably play it out the same way at the start. He's going to let that Hydro Cannon go through at the beginning, and then he's going to... he might just try to do the Meganium thing again, but Casper Lang will be a little more wary of that Meganium coming up to try and take out his Swampert.
Absolutely.
So he's going to wait for this Psyshock to hit. I think Casper Lang might even just switch right away after the Psyshock hits rather than wait for the Meganium to come out. Oh, Nemo Stormblood not electing to bring out the Meganium. Maybe he didn't want to get too predictable this time around.
So he'll use his first shield and build up some more energy. I think he's going to try to feint with quick moves here.
Yeah, he's going to try and feint down the Swampert. And he's almost at another Psyshock, but I think the Umbreon is probably going to come in right now. Yeah, and in comes Meganium. So he elects to save the Umbreon. So he has almost a Psyshock ready for whatever else Casper Lang has in the max. So here goes Foul Play, doing a decent chunk. And Frenzy Plant will also do a decent chunk. So they're just going to be trading blows here. Though,
We'll pay attention to those foul plays. Yeah, it does use a shield.
Very surprised by that.
I think he knows that he's just going to be able to get off so many foul plays with Snarl, and
he just wants to keep the Umbreon alive. But the
Yeah.
Frenzy Plant wouldn't have actually done so much. But he does have 2 shields, and I guess he does have to use them at some point. And in comes another Frenzy Plant. Both Pokemon being very spammy. I think that's a shiny Umbreon and a shiny Meganium.
yeah, bringing some shiny flexes.
Yeah. Oh, in comes Casper Lang's Bronzong. So if he brings in his Bronzong, I don't think it had enough energy to get to Bulldoze. So he's probably going to go in Swampert is my guess. So yeah, he comes in with Swampert. Oh, he's looking to load up and then... Oh, you know what? He was looking to load up on the Swampert and then sack his Bronzong, but he couldn't switch on time. So now he's forced to shield the Psyshock from this Bronzong. And here goes Hydro Cannon. I'm guessing this is probably going to be shielded. Oh no,
I thought he was going to shield as well, though.
I did as well, but the Swampert switches out, and excellent switch, because now he's going to be absorbing the Psyshock here. Swampert's alive. He's hoping to maybe Mudshot down that Bronzong, and he has a lot of energy. If he has double Hydro Cannon ready, he might just be able to pull this out.
This is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah. So he's going to get the shield.
How close? One mud shot.
There we go. Another Hydro Cannon. Is it going to be enough, though? Because Umbreon is very tanky, so I'm not actually sure how much damage it's going to do. I feel like Umbreon... No, it does die. Oh, no, it hangs on. Oh, and there we go. He gets it. Very well done.
That time switch bringing in Bronzong to eat the charge move was the difference, I think.
Exactly. So he played it differently instead of bringing the Meganium in to fake down the Swampert. He didn't want Casper Lang predicting that move again, and played it very well. So they're now even, I think, 1-1.
Yeah, these are the type of matches we like to see.
Yeah, for sure. You always like seeing a Game 3, don't you?
I do, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure the viewers watching the video does as well.
Yeah. So let's see how they're going to adjust their lineups for the next round.
Yeah, I expect to see Umbreon again. It seems like they both really like their Bronzongs.
Yeah. And, it looks like Nemo's not planning to bring the Bastiodon in anytime soon, especially because Casper Lang is using that Swampert a lot too much. So he's probably not going to be using that at all. Kind of wanted to see it. Just let's see.
We saw the Denmark cheers.
Look at this, that Vespiquen. All right, we might have a match.
This is where you bring it out for some hype.
Yeah, Vespiquen. I want to see what it can do in a Worlds format. So he's bringing Meganium, Vespiquen, Bronzong. So clearly that Vespiquen is there to check Casper Lang's Umbreon. That is definitely going to be a surprise for Casper Lang. Now, if Nemo Stormblood knows what we just learned, that Swampert loses to Vespiquen and 2 shields, and Nemo manages to hold on to his shields, we could have a very different kind of matchup. And he calls the lead.
Yes.
So this is not looking very good at all. In comes the Umbreon.
Are we going to see it? No.
Oh, he's choosing to keep in his Meganium. Interesting. I would have just swapped right out to the Vespiquen. But he's electing to get off a Frenzy Plant and goes in with the Vespiquen. Well, he's going to absorb that energy. The Vespiquen is very tanky, so it's going to be able to take this no problem. And it doesn't even really leave a dent. And that Vespiquen is just going to put the hurt on this Umbreon.
Yeah, probably load up with energy.
Yeah.
This is the type of excitement that the Worlds format can bring, too, seeing things like Vespiquen.
Exactly. I don't think Casper Lang expected a adjustment, so he felt very safe running that Umbreon. and Nemo Stormblood recognized that the Umbreon was causing his team too much problem. He was actually having a lot of problems with both the Swampert and the Umbreon, but by checking one of them, he now puts himself in a very good position. Now, I don't see the Swampert coming out. Oh, it does come out.
Okay.
I assumed it wouldn't come out because once the Vespiquen's gone, it's just the Meganium coming back in again. But
Oh, right.
it is the it is Bronzong in the back as well, so maybe that's why the Swampert comes out. But he gets to a Hydro Kid, he's going to let the Vespiquen go down. Now this is where I think that having that Frenzy Plant ready would have been good, but Mind Whip is still going to do very super effective damage.
Yeah.
And he insta switches into Bronzong. He's going to load up a little bit of energy here, maybe even try to bait with or launch the Earthquake. He's definitely going to get the shield. There's no way his opponent would risk not shielding with 2 shields there. And he switches to Bronzong, maybe hoping to catch Psyshock.
Let's see.
And I think he might be successful, actually. Oh, yeah, very well.
The timing, very impressive.
That was impeccable. What a comeback from Nemo Stormblood. This is kind of amazing. Okay, so going for the bulldoze here, hoping to not get the shield and get that Bronzong. And
Wow.
it works, so he doesn't blow the shield there, and he's gonna let this go through as well. Oh my god, what a play.
Very impressive no shield, especially knowing that he's got 2, right? If you
At
feel
this
like
point, it
that-
almost seems like he's showing off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, great call. Great
Yeah.
prediction. Getting the excellent.
And Casper Lang letting that Bronzong go down. But at this point, it's pretty much over. He's got 2 shields left, and he sacks into his Meganium and is going to finish off the Swampert. It's a very well
Winning
played
the
by-
lead.
Yeah, winning the lead, adjusting with the Vespiquen, and then reading the shields properly. Very, very amazing. Very well played.
Yeah, great set of games. Glad we could bring this to everybody.
And Casper Lang, I mean, he did very well too. I mean, to take that game 1 and forcing Nemo Stormblood to adjust with the Vespiquen after recognizing that Umbreon would give his team a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the match of the tournament, the series of the tournament so far. We'll see if we can top that with the next set of competitors.
So next up we have Dill Dogridger versus Kazuka Moir. Let me just pull up their teams and we can take a look. So Dill Dogridger is running Umbreon, Skarmory, Swampert, Spicy Torterra, Azumarill, and Steelix. So I mean, Torterra would be interesting if his opponent has any electric Pokemon. Let's see what he has. So he has Tropius, Bronzong, Toxicroak, Bastiodon, Umbreon, Swampert. Ooh.
No electric.
No electric, but he's running both the Swampert and the Bastiodon. I see... Oh, but his opponent's got the Torterra. I feel like that Steelix is not really going to want to come out against Kazuka Moir's team with the Swampert and the Toxicroak. Running around there. Tropius as well. Bulldoze Bronzong. I think Steelix still beats Bronzong, but Bronzong still puts a little bit of pressure on Steelix, so we probably won't see that come out. We'll probably see a bit of Skarmory, which means Kazuka Moir might try to play his Bastiodon out. And Dill Dogridger will probably try to adjust by bringing in his own Swampert or Azumarill combo. So we'll see what happens. I will be right back. Gemma, give me 1 moment.
Yeah, take your time. Great breakdown of the teams there by Dragon Silk.
Okay.
We're seeing him select his teams here.
All right, I'm gonna hop in, Gemma, temporarily, while
Yes, special guest King on his own channel.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Clearly, I didn't think I'd. So, what do you like on each of these teams?
I agree. Well, both. I like Swampert. Swampert is so spammy with the Hydro Cannon, and I like the Tropius as well on Kazu's team. It'll be interesting to see what Lammy brings in, though.
Yeah, Lammy Swampert looks really strong against Kazu's team, except for against the Tropius, obviously. But against the rest of it, looks like a pretty safe Pokemon to use. I don't think we'll see. What else do you like?
Looks like Kazu might go with his tankiest Pokemon for his team of 3 with Tropius, Umbreon, Bastiodon.
All right. Okay, Kazu leading off with Umbreon, always a great lead, and then going up against Swampert with.
He's just got one move. I was just gonna say it's not shiny.
Well, if you don't have Last Resort, you probably there's some merit to have double moves.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we didn't see any Last Resorts in the previous matchup as well. Hydro Cannon landing on the Umbreon, and
so we're still in the lead matchup. Were there any switches or anything that happened, or
Nope. This is the start. We got Swampert versus one move Umbreon, no Last Resort, but it doesn't look like it's going to be needed for now.
Man, that foul play just going off really quick. Remind me next time there's a draft tournament to pick Umbreon.
Yeah, right.
Umbreon's like a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
And I guess with not having Last Resort, you're able to just kind of like pick your best IV Umbreon
and just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sludge Wave.
Sludge Wave.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's got to be the wrong play, right?
100% the wrong play. Hydro Cannon would have been way better. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a missed click. Maybe it's loading up energy.
Oh, so frustrating when that happens.
Yeah. Here we go. But that's good for the Umbreon. And Hydro Cannon. See how tanky that Umbreon is. Oh my god.
Yeah, that Sludge Wave is really going to put him behind.
It's forced off 2 shields off of Swampert. Now, I'm not sure how Umbreon did pre-Snarl boost, but it still has 1 shield left.
Right.
That Sludge Wave was definitely costly. Umbreon does win in 1 and 2, but not this bad.
Not this much, yeah. This is insane. Oh, Air/Tropius coming in to counter that Torterra. This is not going to be good for the no shield Torterra, so it's going to be super effective. Torterra is an interesting pick. I mean, especially if an electric Pokemon was running, but we don't see any.
Yeah, I was just thinking how it might have been just better to bring a different Grassmon.
Yeah. Now, I think he thought maybe a Stone Edge was coming from the Torterra.
Yeah, he did get the shield.
Yeah, he did. And that's going to be bad for him now because it's not going to do a lot against this. Not going to be able to do it against the Skarmory. The Skarmory's going to kind of have free will here. But I'm pretty sure he's looking to switch. And he does.
Yeah, good switch.
And in comes Bastion. This is over. It's going to try and get some flash cannons going. But, I mean, if he really wants to show off, he can just smack down this Skarmory down. But...
I think it's better to just get her done and then go on to the next match. Yeah, we got a lot of tournament to call, a lot of exciting matches.
Can you imagine if Air Slash gained like an energy boost though? The Bastion Skarmory matchup might be a little bit different.
Let's not get Skarmory too much power here.
All right, good games. So
be banned for a lot more cups than Sinister.
Yeah. That was, I'm guessing, Lamadil Dogger's screen. Oh, no, that's Kazuka Mars, yeah.
So Lamadil, actually, fun fact, used to just host the tournaments, then actually just started playing recently.
Oh, wow. So he's a very recent player, then.
To, like, actually doing, PvP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to just, like, host tournaments.
Well, so far he's doing pretty well. Definitely interesting team composition. I like most of the Seamus and Torterra that I'm wondering about, but let me see if anyone's running a Lantern today. That could actually be.
No, I didn't see one.
No Lantern.
And we saw a lot in Worlds in Chicago. And
yeah.
A lot of different tournaments.
Although if he gets matched against Sasori Joke later on, could be interesting. That Hypno had Thunder Punch.
Yeah.
So like if he tried to bait and doesn't go through, he's gonna find out. And I found this out from King. When I didn't know my types, 6 times resistant to electric, not 4 times mango.
King's always good at the fact checking and keeping us in line.
Ooh, this is
Now I was
such a
giving
good
wrong
one.
information to Joe Ash Feng Shui, and like it's gonna like make him like fail at his next tournament, but King like had to get in the way.
Yeah, mind games with his opponent, and King
Yeah.
steps in.
So this is the interesting matchup.
Skarmory and
So
Umbreon. So,
pre-star,
Umbreon should
pre-snarl buff,
Skarmory.
it was IV dependent.
Yeah.
Two shield. Now Umbreon wins it outright.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's a
So
new
good.
bully on the block, and it's Umbreon.
I wonder if these guys like ran the sims on these before coming into the tournament, or maybe they're just assuming like it plays out like the same way. Yeah, there's a new nerd on the block.
Yeah.
This is
So here we go. Is he gonna shield? Probably doesn't need to. That sky attack is not going to. No. Okay, he shoots.
But it
to
puts
shield,
him up, yeah,
He's gonna
in a
turn
more
fire
dominant
now.
position.
which means he probably wants to keep his Umbreon for whatever's coming out next, or grab the shield off the Skarmory, which I think is unlikely at that low of health. Oh, Skarmory chooses to shield as well. But I think that Umbreon's going to get that foul play first. So Skarmory is going to have to let go. Unless he really wants to commit to that second shield there. No. So he is going to let the Skarmory go down. Umbreon has no energy, but decent amount of health that it's probably going to be able to get off another foul play. Ooh. So this isn't a great matchup, but it's probably just going to let that Umbreon go down, get off some foul plays, and then let the Azumarill feign it. Now, the thing we don't want is the Azumarill to start farming off this Umbreon, because this Umbreon does not have Last Resort, and it won't take very long for the opponent to figure that out, especially when he's spamming foul play.
Yeah, the non-shiny might give it away too. I know they've already been battling, but you're right. He's going to be able to farm up some extra energy and finally do the charge move.
Yeah, and here we go. Just an Ice Beam, enough to take out the Umbreon, but I'm positive he did farm up a decent amount. And so in comes that Bastiodon now. We don't know what he's running on the Azumarill. Ice Beam and is it Hydro Pump is going to be the big question. And he goes into Thunderfang Steelix. Interesting. Okay, so Flamethrower going to go. If the Thunderfang Steelix is going to take a long time to really get to Earthquake, it doesn't even have much in the way of bait. I think it takes like 9 Thunderfangs to get to Crunch. But wow, very good switch. So if this was Earthquake, it would not be very effective, but it's not going to be. It's Crunch. But still, very good switch. And but now Thunderfang is neutral on Tropius, so it is doing a little bit of damage here. But the Tropius is going to have no problem just Leaf Blading this Steelix down. And he grabs the other shield. He probably won't even need to shield the next charge move on the Steelix. He'll just be able to... Oh, he is electing to shield. Not really necessary, but I guess he wants to deal with the Azumarill. Oh, I guess actually that does make sense because he wants to deal with the Azumarill in case it does have Hydro Pump.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. So I think what he'll probably want to do is switch back to Bastiodon just in case that Azumarill gets to that Ice Beam and takes out his Tropius. Oh, so he should have farmed down on the Tropius, I think. Or on the,
Yeah, I was just
Steelix.
going to say the same.
Yeah. That Steelix wouldn't have been able to KO the Tropius. But now he doesn't have any energy left, and here goes the Ice Beam.
Oh, he's not going to get a Leaf Blade off.
He's not going to be able to get a Leaf Blade on. He thought...
He's got Ice Beam, doesn't he?
He does. I'm not actually... He might have... you know what? He might have thought that the Tropius was going to switch out and he was going to sack the Bastiodon, perhaps?
Yeah, he might have been able to turn that match around. That was so close.
It depends. Like, the Bastiodon also had energy, so if he got off the Ice Beam, he still needs to get to Hydro Pump. Depends on how much excess energy he had, and it looks like it was a Stone Edge plus 2 Smackdowns to get that Azumarill out, so I'm not actually sure that Llama, Dill, Dogridger would have been able to win that anyway. So, good game, but Kazuka Moore takes it 2-0 versus Llama, Dill, Dogridger.
Yeah, big shout out to Lammy as well, right? Sometimes the hosts don't get enough love, right? The hosts setting up these tournaments for our battlers to, showcase their skills. So big shout out to him, and we're very happy to see him competing in the tournament, and we'll see him in the next round.
Yeah, he did pretty well. Yeah, at Thunderfang Steelix, that was very interesting to me. I'm I'm starting to get used to seeing it now with the Sinister Cup. A lot of people running that Thunderfang Steelix, and it looks very interesting. Let's see
Yeah.
what our final matchup for round one is. So Talc Jaw versus Red Ash DK. Let's see what they've got. So Talc
We
Jaw's
might
running.
see that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. You're good. Telka's running.
Oh, he's running Venusaur, Bronzong, Wigglytuff, Whiscash, Umbreon, and Skarmory. So instead of bringing in Swampert, he's brought in Whiscash. And Whiscash has one benefit, I think, over Swampert in that it spams ground moves, Mud Bomb. And it could help out in certain matchups. Um, it's very spammy as well. And Red Ash DK, though, is running Skarmory, Bastiodon, Victory Bell, Swampert, Umbreon, and Clefable. So largely, their teams are actually very similar with their major Steelmon, Bastiodon for him, and Bronzong for the other, and their Charm user, Wigglytuff and Clefable, being different, but overall their sort of composition of the team is very much the same. They got their Flyer, they got their Steel, their Grass, their Charm User, their Mud Boy, and their Umbreon.
Yeah, good breakdown of the teams. I wonder if we'll see Victory Bell. We were talking about Victory Bell compared to the other Grassmons.
Yeah, still surprised no one else brought up Victory Bell, but Victory Bell could definitely, or will definitely put in work if that Whiscash chooses to come out. And I could definitely see that Whiscash maybe coming out if Talc Jaw thinks Red Ash DK is going to bring out that Bastiodon. I mean, Bastiodon would do very well against Talc Jaw's team, though he will have to be careful, obviously, of that Whiscash. And I'm going to guess he's going to elect to play his Venusaur quite a bit because that Swampert is definitely going to come out in this matchup.
I think we've seen someone use Swampert almost every series for those that had them.
Yeah,
believe.
definitely. Swampert has been a very popular pick, especially because it's not one of the restricted ones.
Right.
Definitely, a lot of flexibility in bringing that into these matchups. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can check the. I'm gonna go onto YouTube and check the chat, see what they're saying.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, I wonder if they did it all over again, if Swampert would be one of the restricted picks.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. King's got a good setup here. Let's see.
Yeah, thanks. Early morning in Canada. I'm not sure what time it is
This
in
comment is
Denmark.
hilarious. Hey King, you forgot to shave. Did anyone not see my face? Like,
You're joking.
Does King even have to shave? I've never seen him with
facial hair before. Oh, they are locking in right now. Okay, so let's see here. I'm assuming this is Red Ash DK's screen.
Yeah, you can see by the arrow.
Yeah. Ooh, shiny Clefable. That is awesome.
That's the next
Nice.
one.
I just
That's
made
nice.
mine as well. It's so hard not to do the shiny flex.
I don't have a shiny. Thanks, guys. I'm
We may
using
have
a
to trade him
Hundo.
one. That's what I did originally as well. I got my shiny from B Gold, actually. Big shout out to B Gold in the Montreal community. But happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians. I know we're streaming here for Denmark, and we were very thankful for what Denmark is giving us here, like a big a nice tournament to watch. And
Yeah,
so
very
far so good.
interesting, for sure.
Dragon Silk and I thought we might be showcasting a Sinister Cup, right? Because it's, of all the hype, but it's nice to change it up and see how the Worlds format has slightly changed up with just a couple move changes here and there.
Especially with that Umbreon now just like running the show.
Yeah.
So he does lock in the Bastiodon. He's locking it in as closer, brings in that Skarmory. This is going to be very interesting. See what Talc Jaw brings in to deal with it. So, right
Good
away,
lead.
Red Ash DK, yeah, catching that lead right there. I expect an instant switch. Oh, he took his moment there. So Skarmory got a little bit of energy, and he's going to come in with that Bastion on.
Yeah,
There
good
we
call.
go.
Good play. Is this Denmark's Valor Ash here with Red Ash?
Maybe. I mean, maybe he's going to be the new Valorash of Denmark.
He's going to be able to easily just farm up and eventually do a flamethrower.
Yeah. It's a very good matchup against this Skarmory. Calling the lead was huge.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with what he picked.
Yeah, having that Bastiodon in the lineup means if you call the lead, you can play the Bastiodon kind of the way you want to.
Right.
Whereas otherwise, you might just be trapped on a switch. So I wonder if he... yeah, he's going to let this Flash Cannon go through. Or pretty sure it's Flash Cannon. Oh,
But I was just gonna say, I was expecting a Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon would be the right play for more damage.
It would
energy.
do, yeah, and it's still not a need to shield move either. And interesting, he withdrew the Skarmory to bring in the Whiscash, but obviously opponent is going to switch in. Now he brings in that Swampert, and
Ooh, Battle of the Mud Boys.
yeah, Mud Bomb not going to do too much, but he's expecting a Blizzard. Falls for the bait, and he's going to be able to get off this Hydro Cannon. Now, I know that Hydro Cannon on a full health Whiscash actually doesn't even take it down to half because Whiscash is so tanky. Very high stamina. But he's choosing to shield the Hydro Cannon. I think he could have definitely let that one through. Let's see what he gets off over here. So another Mud Bomb. And Swampert is kind of squishy, so the Mud Bombs are doing about the same amount of damage a Hydro Cannon would have done on Whiscash. Here we go. So yeah,
you were right. Able to take it, and then should get off another Mud Bomb.
Yeah, for sure. Although I think
so spammy.
Yeah, very spammy. I think the Whiscash was over farming there, maybe even trying to get to a Blizzard or a back-to-back Mud Bomb. Probably back-to-back Mud Bomb at this range. It's makes much more sense to get that off. So there we go, Mud Bomb 1, and he switches out. So he's pretty sure he's got a Mud Bomb ready. But great switch.
Did he get him? Yeah.
Yeah, he got him. The Venusaur is able to get out that Swampert.
But now
he's Skarmory, stuck. Yeah, he's stuck. The Skarmory has a lot of energy, and it's no rush to launch that Sky Attack. It's just gonna farm up. So this is probably pretty much over at this point, because that Swampert will come back in at some point, but he'll be able to. He's just gonna farm down on this Venusaur, and he'll have a lot of excess energy on that Skarmory.
Both teams having Pokemon that just completely wall each other, so it's just interesting on like who's going to win the lead and how you adapt or which Pokemon gets stuck through switch.
Exactly. How they're going to do their adjustments is going to matter. I don't think he even needs to shield here. To be honest, that Skarmory is at very low health, and he could have easily taken a Sky Attack from him. And so here we go. See, it is a little dangerous to be unshielded in case that Whiscash did have a Blizzard or something, but luckily didn't. So Whiscash is out. Very well played by Red Ash DK. Let's see how both players adjust for round number 2. I think Talc Jaw is going to have to decide how he wants to lead his Pokemon. If Red Ash DK decides that Talc Jaw is probably going to switch things up, then he might not bring in the Skarmory, and maybe Talc Jaw's Venusaur will have a chance to deal with Red Ash DK's Swampert, which could be interesting.
Is it time to... I don't think Talc Jaw didn't bring in an Umbreon, right, last match?
I don't think so, no. He did not bring in his Umbreon.
Well, I'm looking, I'm like, how do you deal with this Skarmory on his team, right? Like, you've got, I guess Umbreon.
Just a she, not a he.
She, apologize. Shout out to all the girls at PvP. No, thank you for correcting me. We don't want to, we're hyping up the ladies that battle.
There we go, Jimma's hashtag girls at PvP.
I can feel the booze and the heat coming from the internet right now.
Well, I know Cochino Mom is in the chat right now.
She's definitely in the chat.
Oh, shout out to Cochino Mom. But, I blame all those guys that dress their avatars up like ladies, right? Just confusing us all, so... If you're a boy, be a boy. If you're a girl, be a girl in game. But yeah, shout out to the... So is she the the lady of the tournament representing all the girls at PvP.
Oh, is she the only lady playing?
No idea. I have no idea.
We'll find out as it goes on, but for now we're rooting for her and see how she adapts in game 2.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of want to see some shiny Clefable play, but won't hold my breath.
Yeah, tough matchup.
They're both locked in. Oh, there we go. All right, so Bastidon lead versus Talc Jaw. Oh, coming out with Skarmory.
That's tough.
That is very tough. Very good call by Red Ash DK. Oh man. So he's expecting a switch. So in comes that Whiscash, and in comes that Swampert. Now, I guess he might be expecting that Venusaur in the back, which is why he brought out that Swampert right now. So
Yeah,
maybe,
good call.
Yeah, so maybe that was a very good play there. And let's see if Talc Jaw elects to let this Hydro Cannon go. Knowing now that, I mean, she did see how much damage it could do afterwards, and Whiscash can definitely take it, as you can see. So she
taking your advice.
Yeah, she can hear me. Sending my energy.
Wishcash almost the forgotten mud boy after Swampert had so much hype after the community day.
But it is lethal. I mean, anyone who saw Safari Cup, Whiscash did some work there. And so she shields, and I think she's lagging actually.
Yeah, we'll have to replay this one. Make sure it's a even match.
So I guess they're probably just gonna go in the same late. I think King has like an idea from. I think you mentioned this to me before. Like when you lag and stuff, maybe just go in with like a brand new, like completely. Yeah. I think I agree with that as well, because like at that point you kind of know the person's like strategy a little bit in teams.
So interesting. Swampert wins in the 0 and 1, but loses in the 2 versus.
So Jim, I don't know.
Interesting.
If you heard that. Oh, you hear that? Okay.
We can always hear King's thoughts in education for sure.
Oh, that is very interesting.
Yeah,
so,
King dropping these gems that we can take with us for future tournaments, right?
Yeah, if these players have ran these sims as well, that'll be very, very important in knowing when and when not to shield.
And as time goes on, it's just so odd seeing everyone as just gray trainers, right? I know we're in the start of a very hyped up season 2 where tournaments are getting bigger and better, and we've seen that in previous tournaments. But yeah, it's just odd.
And I think a lot of players are now more familiar with the PvP scene. Like before, everyone's still trying to figure out what the strategies were. I mean, strategies are always constantly evolving, but. So, there we go. So Red Ash DK locked in Bastiodon, Swampert, and Skarmory. So they are going in with same teams, I'm assuming. And let's go Talc Jaw. Can't pick favorites, but...
We'd like to see a game 3 forced and a lot of ladies supporting her, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Knowing what we know, what King said, do you double shield Wishcash to try to get the win against Swampert, or is that going to even matter in that scenario? We'll find out.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It depends. Like the Bastion is going to be very dominant on Red Ash DK side, so maybe keeping that Whiscash alive might not be such a bad thing. But on the flip side, if the Bastiodon is not allowed to get enough energy, that Venusaur can check both the Swampert and the Bastiodon. So maybe we can let the Whiscash go and save the shields for the Venusaur. So we'll see how that plays out.
It's so tough to overcome such a dominating lead here.
And also, I'm assuming Talc Jaw has a Venusaur in the back. But, so yeah, she switches out quickly to that Whiscash. Bastiodon comes out. In comes the Swampert. And I think that switch was a little slow. Whiscash has already gotten to its first Mud Bomb. And against Swampert, very squishy. But loading up on a lot of energy. I think he is trying to do back-to-back. So self-piggyback those Hydro Cannons there. He's going to load up a little bit more. And now he's going to go and get off 2 Hydro Cannons. Man, Swampert is possibly the most annoying Pokemon in PvP, but it is so good.
Back-to-back Hydro Cannons.
Yeah, it's actually one of the few Pokemon that I think is really good in all three leagues. Okay, in comes that Venusaur. So he's actually locked in. He's waiting for that switch timer to go, but he's not going to get to.
Ooh,
He tried to get to the sludge wave when he realized the switch timer was going to go off. I think maybe he should have risked getting off the Hydro Cannons. They would have done
a little bit of damage, right?
yeah. But now at this point, the Venusaur is now locked into the Skarmory, and she is going to switch out into the Skarmory, but he's going to come back in with the Bastiodon. Even though she has the shield advantage at this point, it's not looking too good. Skarmory is not going to be able to overcome the Bastiodon. Best case scenario would have been a Venusaur Bastiodon matchup, and unfortunately that did not line up. There we go. So one shield down. Though she
Those Sky Attacks doing nothing to Bastiodon.
Yeah, honestly, with two shields going, and I would just go for the flash, or one shield going and just go for the flash cannon. Unless maybe the Skarmory isn't double moved. That's a possibility.
Oh.
It's probably the case
Yeah.
after doing so many sky attacks.
Yeah.
Those expensive charge moves, not easy for all battlers to purchase.
Oh no, it is hard. I mean, I could not purchase a double charge move right now if I wanted to. So here we go. Sky attack, and yeah, this is pretty much over. But
Yeah, very
good
tough.
games by both. I think Talc Jaw played really well. It was just the lead call that a lead call does often dictate the ways of the match. Getting out of some of those holes are hard, and with certain Pokemon like Bastiodon, if Bastiodon catches your lead, that's a problem because it's not a lead that you can really chunk into,
Right.
even in a really bad matchup. So that's one of the few times where like getting out of a bad lead is going to be a problem. But yeah, very well played on both sides, and probably gonna just doesn't even want to use the shield there. Just gonna. I mean, he doesn't need to, but just gonna farm down.
Yeah,
There we go.
GG's.
GG. So I think the bracket will fully update now for round number 2. So we'll be able to tell you guys in a moment how the next round will look like.
And again, thank you to everyone who came here early morning for Canada or, North America. And it just shows that a lot of people love the PvP hype. So thank you for tuning in.
And I'm having a lot of fun watching these battles. I mean, it's been so long since I've seen anything like this. Like Worlds was a long time ago, and it's so interesting though. We've been filled with ghosts and sidekick mons this entire month. It's a very nice change of pace.
Also, great calling by Dragon Silk here today. Like we've got a lot of education and a lot of predictions correct by him. And excited to.
I mean, I'm glad to be shoutcasting with you. Good energy, man, and definitely good hype for. We both bucked some good hype for Talc Jaw. I mean, they're still competing though, so you know what? She still has a chance to come back in this tournament. I think maybe go.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
We're not sure how they really ranked up all of them last season, but yeah, just again, like you said, those leads were just tough to overcome, and everyone's skilled in this tournament, right? So.
You guys already talked about the next matchups?
Sorry. Oh yeah, is it updated now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the next one, are we seeing all the round 2s play?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just seeing the top 2.
Top 2. Okay, so first one is going to be Red Ash DK, which you guys just saw, versus Nemo Stormblood. So now you guys saw Nemo Stormblood play like an incredible game first round. So kind of see what he's going to do this round. Those shield baits in that last round, oh man, everything was just incredible. He came back from that round 1 and then pulling out that Vespiquen to adjust for the Umbreon. Let's see what he can do against Red Ash DK. Let's take a look at their teams again. So Nemo Stormblood running the Meganium, Bastiodon, Lapras, Swampert, Bronzong, and Vespiquen, and Red Ash DK, Skarmory, Bastiodon, Victory Bell, Swampert, Umbreon, and Clefable. as much as I want to see Clefable, Nemo Stormblood's team does not favor Clefable at all. Uh, so they're both running the Bastiodon and they're both running the Swampert. So Swampert, I think, is going to come very heavily favored for both, and both are probably going to run that Victory Bell and Meganium to try and catch each other's Swampert off guard. It's going to be a question of how they're able to do it, and I predict Skarmory going to be very heavily used for Red Ash DK, and we'll see how Nemo Stormblood plays out this matchup. I think that Vespiquen is probably not going to come out as much this time around, considering that Skarmory and Bastion are most likely to be played quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's good.
And I think after them, we'll be watching Francisco. Oh, Francisco Isco. I just realized it's not Francisco. It's Francisco Isco 89 versus Kazuka Mar.
I think you've done very well with the names. We'll let that one slide.
I'm going to feel very sad if I got Lama Dill Doggridge's name wrong. I worked very hard to pronounce that.
I copped out and just said Lammy, right? I think you nailed that one, too.
Yep. So the team's up.
Oh, it's going to be the Francisco one first?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're actually going to see the Francisco matchup first. So Francisco 89 versus Kazuka Mar. So Francisco running Clefable, Swampert, Magneton, Alolan Muck, Tropius, and Azumarill versus Tropius, Bronzong, Toxicroak, Bastiodon, Umbreon, and Swampert. So we're definitely not seeing Clefable or Magneton today. I think even the Muck is probably going to stay home. So basically, Francisco 89 is going to be stuck running Swampert, Tropius, and Azumarill, I think, all 3 games, in my opinion, versus Kazuka Mar's team. That's my prediction, but we'll see if I'm actually right.
I think that's a safe call, like you said, right? The matchups don't favor those other Pokemon, and I was hoping to see maybe Magneton as well, like a personal favorite of mine. But you got to go with the right matchups to win a tournament like this. And
I know it's a personal favorite of yours. You kicked my ass with it in Tempest. I think it was Tempest practice. Yeah,
a lot of Tempest practice between you and I. Yeah, I appreciate those matches.
You got one traded to you, and then you used it. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
No,
here?
I've had mine. I kept mine from the early days.
Oh, yours is from the early days.
Yeah, it's all Jimma Banks kept it, and I used it on my World's team as well, right? So
it's a really good pick. I mean, even in Sinister, it's got its uses if used properly.
Right. Yeah. And we don't see any Sableyes, right? Of course, with Charm being
around, it's a little scary to run. But was Sableye a restricted pick? I'm not actually sure.
No, Sableye was not. Nope.
So I guess that, that is interesting. Maybe it is the Charm users kind of scaring off that Sableye a little bit. And also, like, they've got the Umbreon going on for their major dark type, so they really don't.
Plus, are you really that worried about fighters?
Yeah. Not
no, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, not a lot of fear from fighters anymore, unless you're really running like a, I don't know, tank like Bastion or something. But I mean, there's so many flyers and charm users around that's really not necessary anymore. Man, that's sad. I miss Sableye. That was like one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, we've all spent the dust on some shiny flexes maybe, and.
So Suzy Q says all the names are pronounced like they would be in English. Don't worry. Apart from the one that.
Yeah, thank you to everyone tuning in. Do we have
in Dill with prawns? That's how. Oh no, that. Oh, it's pronounced Lamb E Dill O'Ryer. Wow, I butchered that.
Here, and I'm giving you props. Oh, we got the match starting though.
Tropius versus Bastiodon.
Bastiodon.
You know what? This isn't as terrible as it seems. Smackdown's super effective, but Leaf Blade would hurt Bastiodon quite a bit. But he chooses to go into the Azumarill. Very good swap, and not going into the Swampert, because it would have called out the Tropius, and then Swampert would have been wrecked, and he figured that out very quickly. Azumarill has an okay matchup versus Tropius, especially coming in with an energy advantage now and able to get off that shield right away. So let's see here. And Leaf Blade coming through. And
yeah, obviously a good shield, and we'll see another Ice Beam coming in.
So he's also running the... So he's running the Ice Beam Hydro Pump variant, I think, for the same one he was running last round, of course. And here we go. So Tropius
Let's
down
it
to
go
very
through.
low health. Yeah. So I wonder if he's going to want to preserve this Azumarill. Oh, he does. And he's going to take the Tropius out. Now, with the Tropius out, his Swampert is going to be able to run quite free. The major grass threat out of the way. So things are looking very good.
Okay, uses the last shield to protect Tropius. Leaf Blade should. Oh,
No.
almost.
There we go.
Looked like he wanted to sub out the Azu to maybe take the damage from this Leaf Blade, but
he's still able to hang on. But
yeah.
Kazukamar choosing to keep that Tropius alive, and he goes in with his Swampert.
All shields,
Ooh.
all bets are off.
So
And
no
these foul
shields.
plays are going to hurt.
It is definitely going to hurt. But I think Umbreon actually gets this matchup.
Yeah, you're right on this one for sure. With no shields, we'll see it be able to take this Hydro Cannon, even though a powerful move. And this foul play will be close to K. It will not KO.
It might have been a very good prediction on his part. Maybe thinking that maybe he doubled up to maybe try and catch that Bastiodon off guard. And so he brings in his Umbreon hoping to get the Swampert out, and it paid off. But
with such a tank.
Ooh, coming down to the wire, but that... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Ooh, I thought he was almost going to try to feint the Swampert.
Yeah, I thought he was going to... Yeah, I thought he was going to farm him down, but yeah, that would have been pretty risky.
Good call, though.
And he comes in with that Tropius. He's going to farm up some energy there to try and get ahead on that Bastiodon. But is it going to be enough?
Yeah, this is going to be a close call.
Yeah.
Shields down.
And he does have the Azumarill in the back, but the Azumarill has very low health, and I don't think it has enough energy for a Hydro Pump. So this is going to be down to the Tropius to put in a lot of, or enough damage on that Bastion that maybe the Azumarill can bubble it down.
I think this is Kazu's match here.
I think so as well.
Yeah, because the Azu is definitely almost fainted, and it doesn't have much energy.
Yeah. And here we go. Stone Edge going to come out. Tropius goes down. Azumarill comes in. Can it get to another Hydro Pump?
Close.
No, it can't.
Oh, it is very close, though. So game one goes to Kazu.
Better off trying to sack.
Oh, yeah, maybe he could have tried to sack his like Azumarill or something.
That's probably the only...
Yeah, that's the only way he could have maybe won. But well played. Let's see how they can adjust the lead going around. But yeah, King is right. If he sacrificed his Azumarill and
I was just going to say pro advice from King.
Yeah.
Some of the things you don't think on the fly, it's so tough to call when the fast-paced battles are happening.
Yeah.
The number of snarls alternates.
Yeah.
Each time. It's 4 for the first one, 3 for the second one, and then kind of alternates, so it's hard to count.
Yeah.
And you don't know how many snarls that Umbreon's done at that point in time. Or
yeah.
Any overcharging makes it difficult
to count.
So.
Yeah.
But another close battle between these Denmark warriors.
Oh, he's choosing to lead the Tropius again, so I guess he's not expecting a Bass lead. He's probably thinking that Kazukamara will put out something that would counter a Bast counter, and he's just choosing to bring in Tropius. So anything that really counters a Bast counter would be another grass type. So maybe like Tropius, maybe? We'll see.
But excellent insight from Dragon Silk, right? That was what you suggested his 3 would be for this matchup, right?
I don't think he can play any other 3, which is why I was pretty sure that those are the only 3 he could play for this. Clefable, Magneton, and Muck don't have very favorable matchups against Kazukamura's team. But we'll see what happens here. Let's see what Kazuka brings out. And
okay, we'll get the mirror match.
So here we go. And both running that air slash variant right here with alternating CMPs. We'll see who gets on.
I think it's just swayed that way. It seems like almost everyone is running air slash on their Tropius for the faster energy gain, and
Generation,
then
yeah.
also just so deadly in the mirror match.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think after King ran an Air Slash Tropius at Invitational, there was a little bit of a wave of Air
Yeah,
Slash Tropius
we
going around.
learn. You saw King do it. I saw Valor Ash, and it's so hard not to
Adapt,
do what.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Great minds think alike, teaching us. And
Yeah.
let's see how this goes. Now, this is where the mind games come into play, right?
This is where it went wrong last time, but the Leaf Blade was enough to KO at this point, so very good. He expended a shield, and his Tropius is staying alive, but this Bastion is going to get a decent amount of energy, but that's okay because now Francisco89 is definitely going to let this Tropius go down after getting the Leaf Blade, and he's going to be able to come in with that Swampert, putting a lot of pressure on Kazukomar to switch out. And with that Tropius threat gone, the Azumarill in the back will be able to deal with whatever comes in, which is most likely going to be that Umbreon, and Azumarill will be able to take care of it. I don't want to call it too early, but we could possibly be seeing a 1-1 scenario going on. So he's getting ready for the switch. In comes, Rival Swampert and Sludge Wave going, and this is going, no, not Sludge Wave. He's trying to bait the shield. Interesting.
Hydro Cannon just still does so much damage to a Swampert.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking Sludge Wave because I was like, Azumarill coming up.
For the Azu, yeah.
But it's his own Azu. Excellent switch. So he's going to be able
counting, the timing.
So Francisco89 is definitely playing out of his mind here. Taking in that Hydro Cannon. And he's probably just going to be able to bubble down this Swampert, get to that Hydro Pump, force a shield off the incoming Bastion, and then the Swampert is just going to come in and completely finish it off.
Sludge Wave, though, that's
Sludge
huge.
Wave is very huge, but the Mudshots are not going to be enough to take that Azumarill. Azumarill's still in an okay position. Now, I'm not sure if he meant to let that Sludge Wave through, but I highly, highly doubt it. But if he did, very well in knowing how much damage it can do. Ooh, and he let that Hydro Pump through, so...
Both hanging onto that last shield. This is going to be an exciting finish.
I think maybe Kazukomar knew the game was pretty much over, and he just let it through.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough to see. Part of the screen is cut off from the... But yeah, GG's.
Yeah, good game.
Well played.
Very well played, and he's no slouch on battles either. 34-11.
Yeah, that's a lot of wins.
Work. Yeah. All right, let's see how... Francisco89 is going to play it out this time. So we know that Kazukomar really likes that Bastiodon a lot, and we know that Francisco89 pretty much has no choice but to run the same 3 again. So is he going to go in the same order, or is he going to change it up? And it looks like he might go in the same order. If Kazukomar predicts that he's going to go in the same order, Bastiodon lead might just come out again.
So. Yeah, very well said, actually. I think you're right if Kazu's thinking the same.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll find out here.
I like that name, Kazukomar. It just sounds so like, I don't know, gangster.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look here.
Let's see what happens.
Kazukomar just taking the time to analyze and pick the right mons for this very important game 3.
That was very impressive by Francisco89 just to come back from that first round wipeout. Very, very well played. So this game 3 is going to be awesome. Let's see who gets the lead. So Kazukomar has taken his time here choosing their team. Team choosing can also be like you might have already chosen your team, but it's like a mind game as well.
Yeah. Okay, we got the Umbreon lead this time.
Oh, interesting. Tropius versus Umbreon. And so that's actually dangerous for Francisco89 because that means his double water in the back has to deal with Tropius, and I guarantee you Francisco89 or Kazukomar is running that Tropius in the back somewhere.
Yeah, he definitely does not want none of that.
Yeah. Sorry, can you...
Tropius wins in all shields.
Yeah.
Against Umbreon, so which makes sense.
Against Umbreon?
Yeah.
Or he's talking about against the Waters.
Oh no, he's talking about against. He's just talking about the lead matchup here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, that Tropius in the back will present so many problems for his last two Pokemon.
Yeah. See, so he's made the switch now, and I'm guessing Tropius is coming out right now.
But Kazu's great for the Ice Beam, at least to give you some sort of damage, but I'm sure he'll maybe not shield the first one, potentially, but he'll shield one of the two.
Yeah, he can take the first one if he wanted to, but he's electing to shield right there, and
the Leaf Blades are going to start spamming and coming out.
Even the Azu could probably take one, but it's choosing not to at this point. Double Water is always dangerous, but the pressure to run it is intense with the way Kazukumar's team is set up.
Yeah, it's even more dangerous with these matchups and these two teams of 6.
So both shields now blown from the Azumarill, and Azumarill is going to get off this Ice Beam. Now it's going to be very critical for this Azumarill to finish off that Tropius, which it should be able to, even if the Azumarill goes down. He'll bring in his own Tropius to finish it off. It's going to be... Oh, yeah, it should be... I think the Azumarill will still have this. This Leaf Blade will not KO. The Azumarill should be able to get to that Ice Beam. Almost. He was predicting a switch out, and he almost had it, but very well played by Kazukamar. But the foul play is not enough, and he did not panic and launch his charge move. Excellent recovery there by Francisco89, switching into that Tropius, being able to get off that Leaf Blade. Very well done by both players. Excellent switch, but excellent on being patient, because in a switch like that, you're going to be tempted to hammer your charge move, but not hammering, staying patient, realizing that foul play was not going to KO his Azumarill. So Leaf Blade going to finish off this Umbreon over here. This is actually good news, because now Francisco89 is in charge of sort of the switch at this point. So what is going to come? Oh, in comes the Bastiodon.
The big old wall.
Now, Tropius is in the back, so he's trying to get that switch counter down right now. He needs that Azumarill for that Tropius, but he needs a switch counter to go up enough that he can switch out from that Swampert when the Tropius decides to come out. So he's farming up a little bit. Bastiodon going to get off this. So it's very hard to tell which way this is going to go, but I think Francisco might just have it. He's predicting that Tropius coming in any time now. He's farming up a little too much, I think. He should start launching his Hydro Cannons. There we go. He's going to be able to get off some back-to-back Hydro Cannons here. Oof, that did a lot of damage. And he's still predicting that Tropius
farmed
switch,
up a little extra energy.
Yeah. He was predicting that Tropius coming out, but it didn't happen. And so it's just Tropius left, and he switches into that Azumarill.
Wow,
Gonna be able to get
very
off this
impressive.
Ice Beam. Excellent.
Wow, very impressive. 1 HP left on this Azu.
Kazukumar, excellent switching, but Francisco89 stayed patient, knew that Azumarill wasn't going to die, had that loaded Ice Beam, and is able to just eke out the win. That is some incredible play. Very well done, and coming out with that clutch Hydro Cannon.
I'm in awe right now.
I thought that Tropius was going to come. I think Francisco was expecting it too. His window kept going up. When is it Tropius coming up? But nope, kept farming. It's not coming out.
Not gonna lie, that was like one of the most high level matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was intense. That was
like,
really well.
How many switches did we see?
So I can't even count. I'm like,
and, like the restrain, saving up energy, banking energy. Wow.
The most impressive thing to me right now was him not launching that Ice Beam at that Umbreon. That was huge. Yeah.
Knowing that Ice Beam.
Most people would have like panicked and been like, launch.
I don't know how many times I've done that.
Yeah.
knowing that Ice Beam is the only way he's gonna take it.
Beat that Tropius. Yeah.
Wow.
Very well played.
Wow.
King says we need stars for this to be an esport, and I think we see a star right here.
There's a lot of stars in this this tournament. I mean, that kind of play is like championship level, like play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fitting for this format. And it just shows that every community or a lot of these communities have superstars. They just need to have their talent showcased so the world can see.
And what's more amazing is that Francisco89 literally could only run the same 3 Pokemon against Kazuko's
Yeah.
team. So you had to make
And
do with
still
able
come
to
out victorious.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I apologize. I'll be right back.
Damn it, Jim! I was gonna say that.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Go, go.
That was amazing.
All right. So now we're gonna see. I'm guessing the matchup with Nemo Stormblood.
Yeah, against Red Ash DK.
So Red Ash DK versus Nemo Stormblood. All right, so Red Ash DK running Skarmory, Bast, Victory Bell, Swampert, Umbreon, and Clefable, and Nemo Stormblood with that Meganium, also Bastiodon, Lapras. We haven't seen that come out yet. Swampert, Bronzong, and Vespiquen. Again, I don't see that Vespiquen coming out. Doesn't have a lot of, especially with the Bastiodon and Skarmory running around, not going to be coming out as much. Swampert, I think, is going to be critical to both teams. They're going to want to find checks to the Bastiodon, and then Victory Bell and Meganium coming out to find checks to each other's Swampert. It's going to be very, very critical indeed. Now, the Skarmory for Red Ash DK is going to be huge with that Meganium coming out, I believe, to check Red Ash DK Swampert. So maybe we can expect a Meganium Bastiodon Swampert core for Nemo Stormblood, or change it up with Meganium Bronzong Swampert core for Nemo Stormblood. But let's see how they choose to play this out. So after this, I think it goes right to if they finish round 2, finals. I think, right? Finals is the last
this
one.
will be the next one. So Francisco is moving on to the finals.
So it's whoever wins
The,
out of here going on to the finals. All right.
there you go.
Napoleon Dynamite. Vespiquen is a super interesting pick. It definitely
Napoleon
is.
Dynamite's PV Poke. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, he writes for PvP Poke. Hey.
No, he's the developer.
Oh, you're the developer. Big
He's the
fan of your
man.
website, man.
Mega's fanboying now.
I'm like getting on here. I'm like, okay, do you know about Vespiquen? Like,
Let me pull it up on PVPoke.com. Teach you a few things, right?
Oh man, love your website though. Huge fan. Oh man.
Seems like we're awake on the East Coast, right? Getting hyped up for this tournament.
Yeah, I want to see some Clefable play today. That is my dream, but I don't think the Clefable is gonna come in.
Man, Clefable's hard to play.
Hard to play, yeah.
With 2 steals.
Yeah.
Look at that trophy too. It's up for grabs.
Oh, that's a cute trophy. I can't see what it says, but it looks like.
It's a heavy one.
Yeah, I think the 2 major off-meta Pokemon in Vespiquen and Clefable both stay out. The Clefable just doesn't have any real favorable matchups, and Vespiquen is going to get too much pressure, I think, from what I think is going to be must-runs or almost always running Skarmory or Bastiodon or both. But as we saw with Nemo Stormblood, we think Vespiquen's not going to come out, and then bam, just came in.
Yeah, take that, Umbreon.
Yeah. And you know what? Just as I said it wouldn't come in, look what he's doing. Vespiquen lead.
What do you think he's hoping to catch on the lead, though?
Yeah,
Like, obviously...
he's hoping in that a safe lead like Umbreon or even Victory Bell comes in against his Vespiquen. Like, I think that's really the only hope he has right now.
Yeah.
I mean, even Swampert's not too bad, but Hydro
2
King
hard
is
wins,
still gonna
3
hurt.
hard losses,
Yeah.
and 1 soft win. Like, it's really risky. But
Yeah. I think maybe he's using the first game as like a feel my opponent out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, what is he gonna do, and then be like, okay, this is how we adjust, and kind of go from there. Even the Danish commentators look nervous. They're like, "Oh God, what is gonna happen? I'm with you guys. I know you guys can't hear me, but."
Now, do they stream similar tournaments often?
I honestly have no clue. This is
Oh
my
my gosh.
victory
Caught
bell.
one of the leads.
Yeah, this is Nemo Stormblood with that victory bell, catching that victory bell off guard. So it comes at Skarmory and Swampert. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause he wants to
Now,
go-
Swampert usually wins this matchup, but the Skarmory got a little bit of energy on the jump.
Yeah. So he's gonna just use the Swampert right away, not waiting for victory bell to find it later, and
Good call.
take out this Skarmory. Wow, that is unbelievable. Vespiquen calls out that victory bell. That is very good reading by Nemo Stormblood.
Some battlers just got it. The feel for
Yeah.
the battles.
Nemo Storm is out for blood.
Okay, he saves both shields and lets the Skarmory
Oh.
go down to bring in the Razor Leafs, just destroying Swampert.
But that's completely okay because he's now going to come back in with that Vespiquen, and Vespiquen is going to be, I think it's quad resistant to grass, being bug, and flying. So here we go. And even though Victory Bell takes neutral damage, this is still going to hurt. And he's getting ready to... Oh, no, you know what? He's probably just going to farm all the way down. He was expecting a switch, but it didn't happen. So he's not actually going to have to bring in that Bast just yet.
Is Vespiquen the star of the tournament so far, or is it Umbreon?
Ooh, I would have to say Umbreon. We've only seen the Vespiquen on his team,
Yeah.
but it is definitely the star of his team.
Oh
Oh man,
man.
Umbreon. This is not looking good. So, that Vespiquen is going to tear that Umbreon a new one right now.
It's the Ludicolo of this tournament.
It is. It definitely is. This puffy dress assassin.
She's fancy.
She is definitely fancy.
Oh my gosh, it is just
Damn.
doing so much damage.
And even if this Umbreon gets through to this,
There's a Bastille on the back that doesn't care.
yeah, the Bastille's gonna be like, all right, well, I'll let you get off a couple charge moves for fun, but we're gonna have to end this at some point.
And it was because of that lead.
I mean, he could have shielded, but he's like, I want you to see my Bastille on mental mind games coming in. This is what I do.
Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man.
So Napoleon Dynamite.
Very
That's
and-
Queen in a
But
perfect storm here.
Yeah.
Perfect Nemo storm.
But we saw a similar situation where Nemo Stormblood was caught off guard in there. I can't remember who he was playing, and then he recovered and came back in the next two. Maybe Red Ash DK is able to do the same thing
Absolutely.
versus Nemo Stormblood and adjust his
Yeah, it's
team.
true.
So
It's never over after one battle.
Shadow
Just got to
Cold said,
regroup and
Basson with the shield. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it means its face is a shield. It's like the third shield, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like Nemo Storm was just farming off that upgrade, but farming for what? Oh man.
sometimes it's the mind games to send a
Yeah.
message to your opponent.
Definitely. In battles, there's a lot of definitely a lot of mind games. You know, taking your time picking your team. There's a lot of like. I'm definitely one that is a sucker for people who take their time to pick a team. It gets into my head. I'm like, what are they picking? Why are they taking so long? Did they just change your team? Like, it's a lot of like. Gets into your head, and it's it's.
We're
all-
just friendly Canadians, right? These are Denmark warriors, right?
Yeah.
Sending a message to their opponent.
We apologize after every battle.
Sorry, eh?
Yeah. Oh man, that is
These-
exactly what we do.
These Denmark warriors are unapologetic.
No, I mean, man, Nemo Stormblood. Just let's see what he does now.
Wow. Just when you think you couldn't play Vespa Queen.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, and Red Edge DK, same thing. It's like, no, Vespa Queen definitely not going to work, but no, he spiced
That's
it
the
up.
beauty and the creativity of Sylph, though, allowing these different metas and these tournament types to allow these mons that we wouldn't think would have any use just shine.
Exactly. And Nemo Stormblood is definitely executing these spice picks really well,
Yeah.
knowing exactly how to use them.
Yeah, Nemo's got at least 2 or 3 more fans from us on this side.
Double steal, Bronzong and Bastiodon. That's
Trying to
interesting.
steal
And
the
then
win.
Meganium. Yeah.
Is he going to catch Clefable, maybe?
Maybe, or maybe he's trying to catch that victory bell again with the Bronzong. Maybe changing it up a little bit and maybe drawing out the. Yeah, maybe there is a. Oh, yeah, it's Umbreon now. So this is actually not good for Nemo Stormblood, but he's going to be able to switch into that Bastiodon. Now, let's hope that
Luckily
Red
it's
Ash DK didn't. He brought in the Swampert, yeah. So here we go. So this is a little bit more in Red Ash DK's favor. Well, a lot more in Red Ash DK's favor now. Stone Edge isn't going to do anything, so no shield. And that Swamper's going to be able to farm up a little bit. Maybe back-to-back Hydro Cannons on the Bastiodon. Might even want to make sure it has enough energy for another Hydro Cannon after it finishes off with Bastiodon. Just to catch whatever else is coming on off guard. Let's see if it can... Oh, yeah. Just barely able to farm down on the Bastiodon. Excellent. So it does have a lot of energy. Expect the Meganium to come in right now. Now, depending on how much energy he has, he might even be able to get off a... Oh, no. In comes Bronzong. Interesting.
Because the Umbreon.
That is actually... King is correct. Because of the Umbreon... He comes in with the Bronzong, get rid of it now, and leave the Umbreon to deal with the Meganium. So here we go. Blows a shield. And now able to fate down that Swampert. And his Meganium has a little bit of energy as well. So things are
2 shields.
2 shields. 2 shields versus Nemo Stormblood's 1. But it's not over yet. Oh, locked into the Skarmory matchup. So this is not looking too good anymore. But going for the Earthquake. Putting an okay amount of damage, but nowhere near enough. And with 2 shields going on, this is not looking too good right now for Nemo Stormblood.
But looking good for the fans to see a game 3.
3, yeah. Red Ash DK adapting.
Daring him to run Vespa Queen.
Yeah, because the
Pretty
Vespa
much.
Queen lead would have been favorable, but he figured there's no way he leads
It was
twice in a
Vespa
row.
Quinn again, so he brought in the Umbreon. A very smart choice by Red Ash DK. These guys are definitely high quality trainers, and that Umbreon is going to put in some work now. Foul play. And with 2 shields, and Bronzong is at
Yeah,
low health.
GG.
This is over. But I'm glad it's going to a game 3. Fans want to see
Yeah.
it. We want to see it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Man. Daring him on
Wow.
the comeback with Vespa Queen.
Yeah. He's like, you play
I
Vespa
dare
Quinn
you.
on me? Chocolate Bunny, go.
That was
But
That
now
was-
so much for both battlers to think about, right? Knowing that the Vespa Queen lead would have been correct again, and then just kind of sizing each other up now in the game 3.
I don't see Nemo Stormblood playing that Vespa Quinn lead again. I feel like that was like a one-trick pony. Like I played
Yeah.
it, but
It would've worked out
he
pretty well.
surprised me already, so you never know, right?
yeah.
You know. Oh, he's gonna do Bronzong. He's not expecting. Oh no, Bastiodon. Man, it would be an amazing call if Red Ash DK played Swampert lead. Lapras coming. It's the first time I've seen Lapras all tournament. And closing with that Bronzong. Oh, this is interesting.
Bastion's not that bad of a lead.
Yeah,
obviously,
Bastion is pretty
Skarmory,
good. I
Tiger,
guess it's just if
Bastion.
Swampert really comes in is the only problem.
So much
But other
riding
than
on
that-
this game 3. Both
Yeah.
of them undefeated.
And then Umbreon beats and Clefable beats. So
Yeah.
he'll have to call the Swampert.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the only way. If the Swampert lead comes out, Nemo Stormblood has trouble. If it doesn't come out, it's going to be a pretty good matchup.
but then he has like a relatively safe switch with Lapras.
Yeah.
Because unless he brings the Victory Bell.
Yeah, Victory Bell could be a
So-
problem. But luckily we have the Bronzong check for in
Yeah.
case Victory Bell comes around. I am actually a little surprised to see a lot of Bronzongs in this tournament. I mean, it's very good. I didn't expect it to be so popular. It's very... It's used a lot more. Swampert called it. He called the Swampert lead. So this is going to be an uphill battle, but it ain't over till it's over. So, he's farming up on that Lapras. And he is coming in with that Skarmory now. But Lapras now has a lot of energy. So
Yeah,
it's
not
gonna
a
be able
terrible
to-
matchup after losing the lead.
Anything beat
Yeah,
Swampert
not
in the
too
back?
terrible.
Can anything in Nemo Stormblood's team in the back beat a Swampert?
Bronzong, yeah.
Bastion?
Yeah, this is
But a
gonna-
loaded Swampert.
Yeah. So he likes to shield the second surf there. How much farming is the Skarmory doing? There we go. Set first shield. Man, what a call. That Vespiquen must have really made him mad.
For another surf.
There we go. So both shields
Both
gone
shields
now.
gone.
Interesting. But he does want to win this matchup against the Lapras.
This could be an exciting finish here.
Nemo Stormblood gonna let this Sky Attack go through. So he's able to get off to another surf and stand with that Lapras there. So this is now sort of the tides are sort of changing here with that Lapras being able to gain the switch advantage now. So we'll see what comes in. So in comes that Swampert. It's going to try and finish off that Lapras.
He let it go and then come in with
Meganium. Or sorry, yeah, Bronzong, yeah. I'm saying Meganium. But yeah, here we go. And Swampert switches out to the Umbreon.
Oh.
But you don't want to let that Bronzong stay in too long. Alright, good. So in comes...
Yeah, that confusion, quick move sometimes affecting the fast switch.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure exactly how the Umbreon Bastiodon matchup plays out, but Red HDK has no shield and Bronzong has energy, and now it's going to depend on how much energy that Swampert has. Is it able to get back-to-back Hydro Cannons off on that Bronzong? And it's going to have to be able to do it before the Bronzong gets off its first move. That first move will be enough to put that Swampert at. So from looking at things, I think Nemo Stormblood is up ahead at the moment, but we'll see how things shake out. If the Bastiodon beats the Umbreon, the Swampert might be able to farm. But with one shield going on, I don't see Nemo Stormblood electing to use the shield at all until his Bronzong comes out. And now he comes in with that.
Oh, not
Swampert.
quick enough. He tried.
Oh, he uses the shield.
He has to.
Because the Umbreon is now alive, yeah.
The thing is, like,
This is close.
Yeah, to protect the energy.
this is too close. This Umbreon might be able to farm.
Yeah, Umbreon is
Yes.
definitely going to be able to farm off of... and Swampert survives. How much energy does it have? Is it going to be able to get another...
Oh!
Gets another Hydro Cannon.
It's not going to KO.
But is it
No.
Earth?
If this was Earthquake,
Earthquake,
it'll definitely
maybe?
KO,
But the Bronzong will be able...
Oh,
or
it's
the,
only a Hydro
but this
Cannon.
actually works
Umbreon will
better.
be able to farm, though, now.
Yeah,
Oh.
but this is way less farming, and it's going to hit by the potential bulldoze if he decides to farm. And he knows that.
he's forced to expend his energy, so now, yeah. Bastiodon
Wow.
might.
Wow.
Well, this is a close game.
This is what we wanted, guys.
So in comes
Oh!
Bastiodon. Oh, it's gonna get. Oh my god. For a moment there, it looked like he was just about to extra farm it. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh, he missed a couple
Still-
bubbles.
oh.
He missed a couple bubbles.
to get off a foul.
Oh, wow. What a great
Well,
game.
That one
three.
bubble almost cost.
A little too reckless,
Yeah.
knowing that he had the game in the bag.
Meg. Oh my god, that is
Jesus.
well played. Well
Wow.
played by both trainers. But Nemo Stormblood coming back from that really bad lead. Swampert versus Bastiodon. But having the Lapras, as King said, very safe switch and able to take that Skarmory out, win the switch advantage, and then able to take the game from there.
Yeah.
Those are the type of
Yeah.
matches where you can envision the esports, the arena
Have
erupting.
you seen that bubble
Of
almost
such,
costing the match?
Oh
wow.
yeah, that missing that bubble at the very end, like that. If the Umbreon had enough energy, that was it. Like,
Yeah.
I think he got too excited and like
Yeah.
just let one.
Especially like that. That
Yeah.
if he would have farmed that bronze on a little bit,
Yeah,
he definitely would have.
definitely would have.
Especially
So
after
that's
missing the bubble.
Also, I think that's now Francisco Isco 89 versus Nemo Stormblood in
Yeah.
the finals. We're gonna have a cracking finals.
Yeah.
Nemo
Hi.
finding his way to the championship
We'll
to
be
go
right back
against
again. A lot of
Francisco.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, Gemma.
Amazing.
This is some crazy action.
Yeah, we were just gonna say thank you for streaming it, but also thank you for Denmark allowing us to, witness such great high play, some skills on display.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're gonna see Neo Stormblood versus Francisco, which is gonna be some like crazy, like a really high level match. And actually, you want to see the second table too. That would be pretty good as well. Like even the third table would be some great matches.
Yeah, a lot of trainers wanting another crack at another win, and then like I can see, Francisco and Nemo side by side in the bracket, kind of just eyeing up the teams. Does he bring in the Magneton, knowing you might see the Vespa Queen, or do they just keep it kind of more of the meta restricted picks for this battle?
Yeah, yeah. Well, either of those picks are pretty hard to use and navigate with, but these trainers are so talented that they're making it work. So
Yeah, Nemo's team very well constructed, right? He's got the Vespa Queen for that surprise, and then having that Lapras for the safe switch.
yeah, and then just
Really paid off.
gambling that the Victory Bell wouldn't come out. But even in matchup against Victory Bell, that Ice Shards are doing a lot of damage. Obviously, the Razor Leafs are doing huge chunks. But anyways, I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn it over to.
For Dragon Silk, someone who has the future in shoutcasting, as you've seen and heard such great calling and education by Dragon Silk, and it's just great to see him, come into his own for a tournament like this. I can see you calling a lot more tournaments.
So they're gonna give.
This is just a lot of fun to
Nemo
watch.
a breather.
Oh, they're gonna give him a little break.
After that crazy match. Wow, coming back.
Oh man,
Getting like hard called on that lead.
yeah, that was just like. I mean, his team composition was great. Like,
Yeah.
you called it too. Like,
Yeah.
Lapras safe switch.
Yeah.
So, like, if his Bastion got stuck, then he
Switch right
has
away.
a solution
Yeah.
right there. That was incredible. But you know what? Shout out to Red Ash DK as well. He recovered from that first round where the Vespiquen lead threw him off, and he called the lead both times, reading Nemo Stormblood very well. So,
Yeah.
very well played by him
Yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy.
as well.
Yeah, very impressive gameplay.
I wonder if these Danish casters are looking at us too. And
Oh, they're well. The Danish players are in the chat right now, so they're keeping us.
I love watching their hype. Like the one guy,
Yeah.
like it gets me so hyped. I don't even know what they could be saying, but it's like we have the same reactions going on. Right now.
Yeah. Okay, there's Neo Stormblood.
Oh, that's Nemo Stormblood.
Francisco's was the other one. So they're both open qualifier winners.
Yeah, I could.
Both really
Very well played. Their
great trainers.
European Championships are this year definitely going to be cracking with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neo Stormblood, masterful play.
I think play of the tournament right now for me is still Azumarill not launching Ice Beam was incredible.
So Susie Q says the sign in the back says, "Quiet exam in progress."
Wow.
That's our sign, so.
That's what I've been doing a lot of this tournament, just kind of examining the skills being put on display.
Really nice setup for their first tournament too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a... Jim, am I seeing that right? Is that a Bibarrel sticker? Tag, I think.
Yeah, it is. Real OP.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it had viability in Jungle Cup, but then I realized it didn't. So I spent like 3 days looking for catching every Bidoof I could find.
Oh man, yeah. I had we have in London, Ontario, a lot of people that love to go off meta. They love Victory Bell and big fans of Bidoof, but I just kind of
Sometimes
told them,
you can't make things work.
yeah, it's too much of a reach,
Yeah.
Maybe if you're trying to embarrass some of your friends that are just getting into PvP, but
I mean,
definitely
it
a
almost
fan
seemed
favorite.
like that's what Nemo Stormblood was at first doing with that Vespiquen, but Red Ash DK was like, well, I've been PvPing a little while, Umbreon lead, Swapper lead.
Yeah, one thing about Neo Stormblood is that he has like very high confidence in his play, and
It definitely
in
shows, yeah. Those
really
plays
stay
are so
calm.
masterful.
Yeah.
And having a lot of confidence is like huge in your game as well. It's like the difference between like misclicking something or like being confident.
Confidence is one thing, but the execution is just crazy.
And yeah, exactly. And to dig yourself out of 2 bad leads, like, and that's
When we've heard that from
sorry,
newer
1 bad
players,
lead, but still, yeah.
still, yeah, exactly. But players, saying, once you lose the lead, it's over. But it's just proof that it's not. If you bring the right team, or you envision it.
They heard us.
Bidoof.
Bidoof. Hashtag Bidoof.
Wait, no, that's the Bibero. That's the Bibero. I mean, it is pretty tanky. I mean, there might be a cup that's viable for it. You never know, right? Maybe if there's like
that's the Bidoof.
Oh wait, that's the Bidoof?
Yeah, but
oh damn,
looks slightly different.
A lot of weather boosted Stardust to be got, but we're focused on battling. They can't be catching Mons. It's time to battle.
A lot of Bidoofs out there with that weather.
Yeah, the Barbaro looks more like a beaver.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah. Shout out to Canada and their beavers.
Oh, man, look those cracks in the
that was the best shout out.
You do not need a high-end phone. If it's been through some battles, bring it.
So man, that's the sign of a battler, though.
Wow, that phone has been through the ringer.
I don't know if we've got a lot of the Denmark viewers or battlers on Twitter, but it'd be great if we could get them on there just so we could follow their progress through season 2.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. I like watching, like, I'll watch anything that's like live streamed or streamed. It's just very interesting to watch everyone's battle strategies, and I feel like region to region there's always something that's just like super different. Like yeah, I remember watching the South American Championships, although this could just be because Charm had released, but like the finals I was watching and I was like, this is totally different from when I watched the European finals, where it was like there was some off meta stuff, but there wasn't a lot of like Clefable, for example, and like just watching the gameplay, and I'm like, both gameplays are excellent, but both regions seem to have like a different approach to what Pokemon they're picking. There's like a trend of sorts.
For sure, they definitely adapt to each other.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
I noticed that for regionals as well. From one week to another, you could just see everyone kind of get stronger and develop different strategies based on what happened previously.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's locked in.
Meganium,
Bastiodon, Lapras.
Ooh, let's see if the Storm claws the lead.
Meganium. What are you hoping to catch with Meganium?
Swampert would be the ideal one, but I don't. Oh, sorry. No, yeah, he actually, he has a Azumarill and Swampert. I mean, he could. I mean, that is a high chance right there. I think Francisco's going to lead Tropius, though, is my guess. Yeah.
Catches 4 of the 6.
Yeah.
Clefable, Swampert, Magneton, and Azumarill. But gets hard walled by Tropius. And
he's in that like same position again where he can't run the Magneton, Clefable, and the Muck pretty much. I mean, he could maybe pull like a Vespiquen style like play with one of them, but I think he's still forced again to run the Tropius, Swampert, and Azumarill, which means that Meganium is going to be super common. But if he can deal with the Meganium, then his Swampert and Azumarill will have much more of a favorable time in these matchups. Francisco 89 being very patient and taking his time to choose his team.
Yeah, this is the tournament on the line.
Yeah. Man, only in like Denmark, where it's like a 10-person tournament, does it feel like you're competing for like the world championship, because everyone there is like stat.
Yeah, very, very high skill, even from some of the battlers that had lost, right? We saw everyone kind of putting up a fight, coming down to the wire.
Yeah, you know what? While Francisco's choosing his team, maybe I can just quickly take a look at the updated bracket, see how everyone else did. So,
Just the last two.
Sasori JK beat Talc Jaw, and Casper Lang beat Lami Dill Geyer, right? Is that right, Susie?
She'll tell us in a moment.
Lama Dill Geyer. I think it was Geyer.
Nailed it.
Really?
I don't know. I will follow you wherever you go.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stop pronouncing people's names.
The sirens are going off for the hype of this match. Francisco really taking his time to make sure he's got the right squad to go against this team.
It's hard to run still. Acid on, bronze on, and then even with Lapras, but you pick up the other three pretty easily. So.
Lapras is pretty good against most of Francisco's team because the Magneton I don't see is going to come. It's just the Tropius really to worry about, and that Lapras is running Ice Shard, so yeah. And I guess in a tournament like this, you're just very pressured to run very few things when kind of everyone I feel like had the same sort of month. Bronzong was on most of everyone's team. Umbreon, Bastion, half of everyone's team is about the same, or the same types. And then you end up just being, if you're running a really an off meta team like that, then you're kind of forced to run a certain set to be able to deal with the rest.
I don't think we saw any double flyer, right?
No, I don't think anyone did. Anyone bring it? Did Tropius and Skarmory I think was on a team? But they didn't bring it together. I think. Yeah,
I guess those are both flyers.
It says challenge expired.
Yeah, it took too long to set the team.
Well, the mind games have already begun.
Give you enough time to shiny check.
But man, as King said, Nemo Stormblood is super confident. He's probably just like, all right, well, I got all day. Francisco 89 played out of his mind, though, in his match as well. So this is not going to be an easy one. I would be very interested to know how they have matched up in the past. But
yeah, because these battlers are new to us, but they're very familiar
with each other.
Yeah.
Head matchups, that'd be cool info to have.
Yeah.
And because they're all skilled, it kind of reminds me of what we were talking about earlier in the Toronto and GTA area, right? You guys have to battle each other. You're always battling, whether it's Jeff Cho, Dragon Silk, Fen Sway, Guan. There's just so much skills in some of these communities.
Yeah, there's no avoiding anyone.
Yeah. Here we go.
So,
let's do it.
So Meganium versus catches the
Kazu.
Azumarill. So actually, that's not terrible. They're both going to have to burn through their shields. I think Meganium gets that, though, since it came...
Oh, we see the Muck for the first time.
the Muck.
But now it's going to be trapped against the Bastion. This is not good, but the Muck is just going to Acid Spray that Bastion, if it's carrying Acid Spray, but I'm hoping it is. Yep.
Yep.
So it's going to...
Spray that acid.
Spray that Bastion then, and then whatever comes in is just going to farm off the Bastion is what I think. Or Dark Pulse at this point would also do quite a bit of damage with that Acid Spray already in place. But if Nemo predicts that, then that could be a problem. So let's see what happens. So no, he's going to let it go through, and it is going to be a Dark Pulse. Oh,
doing a decent amount of damage.
Decent, but I mean, I think I really underestimated Bastion's bulk. That was an Acid Spray.
Oh, God knows. That
was painful. But Azumarill's bubbles are going to be doing a lot of damage now, and it's going to be able to farm up a decent amount of energy off of that Bastion. This is great because right after the Bastion, the Meganium is likely going to come in, and the Azumarill will have a loaded energy, and with the two shields going in...
Oh, he might bubble down, though. He's going to bubble down.
Yeah, he's going to bubble down. Choosing to...
Maybe scared of another charge move, but...
Yeah, but I think that was risky because he would have had quite a bit of energy over that Meganium. So it's gonna come down to how much energy beyond that Ice Beam did he have. But I think honestly they're kind of pretty even at this point if they blow both their shields. But Meganium overall has way more health, and I don't see the Azumarill blowing both of its shields. It's looking to switch into, or he's expecting to switch on to Azumarill. And, the Magneton.
Oh, I see the Magneton.
Everything I said that wasn't coming in is coming in. But this Frenzy Plant is still going to hurt, even though it's resistant.
Oh, for sure.
And it gets the shield.
He's gonna,
Ooh.
it's not gonna KO.
Francisco 89 though playing a ballsy game. Magnet Bomb doing a lot of damage, but not enough. And that Meganium is just farming up. Oh, gets to that Earthquake.
Yeah, I was wondering, should have let the first Frenzy Plant go, and then you're able to shield this one.
Yeah. Oh,
hard to predict. He probably was concerned about the Earthquake.
So the Azumarill comes in, but very low health, and with one shield, Nemo Stormblood is going to be able to take this victory. That was interesting. He brought in the Muck and the Magneton. I still don't think that was really the right choice in Pokemon. They almost had, and I wouldn't even say they had the right matchups. I mean, Muck was able to Acid Spray the Bastiodon, but he wasn't really able to farm too much on the Bastiodon after he launched that Ice Beam, and I think that kind of tilted his game. Going into round 2, maybe by playing these off-meta Pokemon, he's now convinced Nemo Stormblood that he's not limited to a pool of 3 Pokemon, that he's running all 6, and he might be able to actually use that to his advantage and run the 3 that work best for him, Azumarill, Swampert, and Tropius, and maybe get some victory there.
Did the stream go offline?
Oh, stream went offline.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, well, hopefully they come back on.
If it went off for us, it probably went off for them too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
As long as we can get back and see game 2 for this hype.
So as long as we're off stream, how are me and Jimma doing, King?
You guys are still on stream.
We're still on.
Whoops.
But I will let you and the people know you are very impressive. Like I said, I see a future for you in shoutcasting, potentially putting me out of work.
What, Jimma? I think
just joking.
I think we've done an excellent job of bouncing off each other.
Yeah, I'll say that with the newer YouTubers too, right? We've got a lot of new people coming up in the YouTube world, and a lot of them are doing really well to add to what's already out there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not back yet. It still says live stream on.
Oh, man, like you guys are still live, so you can.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I was asking the question.
That's okay. We don't stop. We'll stay live for everybody. But it just shows we're always looking for like some more coaching from King, right? We're here on King's YouTube channel. We appreciate over 100 people coming in to tune into a early morning stream.
Oh, look at this, Cochino Mom. Muck is so hot. You know what? I agree. Muck is hot, but I think Magneton is hotter. And I wish that Magneton had really worked out for Francisco 89. I hope he can adapt and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm looking to hatch my first shiny Muck just so I can find, my first shiny Alolan Grimer just so I can find someone to trade one to get it below, right? Because you want a lower friendship. I feel like it would just waste the shiny if you trade it, and then it's not good for Great League.
Yeah, that's the problem, finding people with low friendships to trade shinies with, and I'm also chronically dust poor, so...
Yeah, for one of the elite grinders, you are low.
Oh, I am far from an elite grinder now. I mean, I think I was at like 265,000 catches back in June. I'm at like 275 now.
Wow, yeah. Well, it just shows the power of PvP, right? A lot of us that did play and spent a lot of hours grinding whatever in the game, and now like we're getting our fix through PvP and saving our legs or our gas in our car from the grinding.
Exactly.
And we're seeing kind of two worlds come together too, right? Like a lot of the hardcore battlers weren't those grinders, and then we have some of the hardcore grinders, and we all kind of come into this one space and
everyone's
and
on like the same ground now.
Yeah, it's great.
And
like I know we're about to get into this battle here, but we saw in the Toronto tournament that just passed was a new battler who had
King. We're back on. All right, perfect. Sorry, say that again, Jimma.
No, you're good. I was just talking about the battler that we...
Not...
It's just starting right now, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's just get into game 2 here. So we're seeing Bastiodon, Lapras, Meganium.
Ooh.
Potentially.
Bastiodon, Lapras, and Meganium. So let's see what Francisco89 could do. He could. I mean, if he predicts Bastiodon coming out, he could run that Swampert. I don't think Francisco. I don't think he's going to run that Swampert, but I'm as a lead, I still think he's going to run it. I honestly think he's going back to his core of Swampert, Tropius, and Azumarill. And Polian did point out something in the chat that I do agree with. Had he run his Alolan Muck and Magneton in a different order, probably could have worked out for him.
It was the right team. It was just not there was no safe swap though.
Yeah.
In that team. That's a problem.
Yeah, well put.
Yeah. So let's see how.
That's part of the mind games with PvP, right? You can almost call the team right, but if it's not played a certain way,
here's an interesting thought. I've actually never run the sim on this. Magneton versus Bastiodon, because Magnet Bomb does a ton.
It's close.
It's close, right? Yeah.
Obviously, Magneton loses no shields.
Yeah.
But I think once you go to
2 shields, I think Magneton might win.
So Magneton wins in 2 shields, just barely. Gets absolutely obliterated. In 0, obviously gets
flamethrower,
and then
close in 1,
and loses in 1, and then super close in 2.
Yeah,
like 505.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like Magneton, as long as it doesn't run into the Swampert, might be the safest leave.
Yeah,
like might be the safest switch. Let's see.
So let's see what he does.
Bastiodon.
It comes to Azumarill. This is pretty good for Francisco89.
Oh, immediate
switch to the Lapras. Okay, so let's see. Is he running that? Oh, the Magneton.
Oh,
the
Magneton.
But it's squishy. The Surf is going to. He's gonna get the shields, but Discharge. I guess it's going to spam off the shields on the Lapras as well.
Yep.
Neo Stormblood way too quick on these safe switches.
Yeah. Oh, and it's Ice Shard Lapras too, so it's not gonna really chunk away at that Magneton either. But he's going to try and let that Lapras go. He knows he can get to another Surf.
Yeah, good call.
Man, this is such a tough call.
Yeah.
You can double shield if you want. But, okay.
Here we
go. He's going to be able to faint down. Oh.
Oh, man.
That's fun.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, being down a shield now.
And then here comes Meganium, probably. Or Bastiodon.
Whatever comes in is going to be able to farm a little bit, I guess, off the Magneton now that it's expended. So it's a Bastiodon. And
I feel like that's a good bring, because then you've got the Meganium to get at his water later.
Yes, but now he's going to come back in with that Azumarill, and he's now... Either he could switch to Meganium and whatever Nemo has in the back. If I'm guessing correctly, and he's playing the Magneton now, maybe what he has in the back is actually the Muck.
If he has the Muck, it's going to be huge.
Huge, yeah. So, Bastiodon being locked to Azumarill is good for now, and if he does switch to the Meganium, it might be a problem. Oh, Hydro Pump. Almost had that.
Yeah, sneaky.
Yeah. Very hard to tell with the bait, because it's only, I think it's like 2 bubbles more than Ice Beam to get to a Hydro Pump.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. And, gets the shield. Gonna come in with that. Oh, no, he's not just coming with the Meganium. Just
thought.
He has 1 shield to go. This is actually getting risky now for... so he's going to... He should have baited, because that Bastiodon has too much health now. And if it is Muck in the bag, it's not going to be able to handle Bastiodon. If it is Swampert, it's not going to be able to handle the Meganium. Francisco89 is in a bit of a pickle at the moment. But it's going to be... Oh! He got another Hydro Pump! That's awesome.
Switch.
In comes... Oh, Tropius. Okay, this is excellent.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
What a call in the back.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Francisco89. He's not messing around.
But this is what we wanted, right? Force a game 3. Keep this tournament going.
Nemo's Storm came out, but Francisco's got an umbrella going on right now, so he's gonna and faint him down.
Wow.
That is
well played.
That is, man, I can see why they're both in the finals.
Yeah,
That
we've
is
seen incredible gameplay from both of them.
That was incredible. Wow. I honestly, 1 hydro pump, 2 hydro pump. I didn't think he had it enough to get to a 3rd hydro pump. I thought it was like he had he not got that Bastiodon out, it would have been close. It is a Tropius, so Bastiodon was close enough that Leaf Blade could have maybe taken it out. But if the Bastiodon had enough energy to maybe get off like a Stone Edge, could have been a bit problematic. But either way, I mean, not shield baiting and still being able to get off 3 hydro pumps there, that was incredible. Incredible. So now we're going to get our much desired game number 3. And while we're waiting for them to pick, we have Sasori JK actually beat Red Ash DK, and Kazuko Mora beat Casper Lang. The Talc Jaw matchup is still going on. So he locks in Lapras, Swampert, and
just wants to straight up win the lead.
Win the lead, yeah.
Right, because he saw that, losing switch advantage,
it's huge.
Even up his shield, was very costly.
So the only thing that really could throw him off right now is if Francisco 89 reads this Lapras lead, goes to Magneton. Even the Tropius is a counter, but the Ice Shard's still going to do a lot of damage there. So let's see. Magneton! Oh my god, that is an incredible read.
The thing is that...
but it's not over yet. So in comes a Swampert. Does he have Tropius in the back? Oh, he doesn't.
Oh,
you might not.
This is interesting.
The tables have turned.
So he's got. I hope he shields the Sludge Wave.
Oh
my gosh, that's
bad. Yeah, that's a big step backwards, but it's not over yet. Let's see what happens. And he's shielding. Please bait. Yes, gets the bait.
It's Hydro Cannon designed not to KO.
Yeah. But it's going to put it pretty close. Wow. So interesting. It doesn't look like he's got a Grass type in the back to check the Swampert.
Oh, he couldn't get off the Ice Beam.
Oh, and the Swampert almost has another Hydro Cannon ready. Let's see what he has to counter this Swampert with. He's waiting for the switch window to change it. Oh, he has his own Swampert. With... well, Nemo Stormblood is at a bit of a shield disadvantage, so that could be... Oh my god. This is risky.
Very risky. You got 2 shields.
He's got 2 shields, so he's going to have to start using them at some point. I hope he elects to shield now.
For sure he's got to use it there.
And he's able to get to another Hydro Cannon here. So Nemo Stormblood, let's see if he chooses to keep his Swampert alive. He does.
Okay.
Okay, he's got to another Hydro Cannon. So if this Swampert could take out this Hydro Cannon, if Francisco 89 Swampert could take out Nemo Storm's Hydro Cannon, he controls switch advantage.
Oh man,
this is awesome. Okay, he's back. He's back in the driver's seat a little bit.
No, he's 2 Pokemon in the back though against what, like a Magneton.
Yes. No, I mean Francisco 89 is a bit. He's sort of back in the driver's seat right now, unless
this is a huge uphill battle for him. Oh, we're gonna come.
Because it comes to Bastiodon. Wait, you switched out. Oh, that was that is a bad play.
Wow. Dude, oh my gosh.
No.
Dude, Neo Stormblood.
He pulled.
Just, oh my gosh.
Tricked him.
Wow.
Completely tricked him. Oh my god. That was an excellent play. He read that this was going to be tough, so he pulls up the Bastiodon.
He just literally Charge Our Bigston. Wow.
Wow, just spamming this Bastiodon.
Had Francisco 89 just taken like half a second to realize that was a Bastiodon, not a Lapras. Half a second, that's it. That's all you needed, man.
And then watch, immediate switch out to...
But that was very smart. I mean, it was going to be a hard... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Loses the lead and overcomes.
Wow.
Very impressive.
Blood. Oh, my God.
He wins the trophy.
That is one of the most riskiest plays I've ever seen, and it worked.
That was absolutely disgusting.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Shout out to Denmark and this community for allowing us
Oh
to
my
watch
gosh,
this.
that
That
was
was so much
disgusting.
fun.
That was an
Shout
absolutely
out to
disgusting
Nemo
maneuver by
Stormblood.
Nemo
That he
Stormblood.
played out of his
Wow.
mind.
Finding Nemo found a way to get it
Yeah.
done.
God, wow.
Oh my gosh.
That was incredible.
Wow.
Stormblood, just a mess
Nemo
everywhere.
Stormblood
I think we
playing-
should just have a game for it for like the fans. Like that was just awesome.
Yep.
Oh, look at the Denmark commentators too. They're like hype.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Like
That was.
And we saw
That was
Francisco use
insane.
some
That-
Pokemon.
We're seeing that
Bidoof,
video again.
oh my gosh. Like
Give us your energy.
even that Bidoof's mouth is
Yeah.
on the floor.
Oh man, what did I just see? Bastion comes out.
Switch into a Swampert for energy.
And he goes, Magnus. Oh, and you know what? Even the Bastion came out. He still had time to think about what move to launch. He didn't even launch Magnet Bomb.
No,
he was panicking the whole time and launched Discharge. Oh man. Oh man.
Okay, and there's the trophy winner receiving.
Nemo Stormblood. Oh man.
Wow,
Definite big
man.
congratulations.
You've
Who
impressed
is
us
this
today.
guy?
He is very much impressed.
That was-
This guy is
Absolutely insane.
amazing.
Did he legitimately just do that?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, now let's get them all together. Let's make all these 8 do a Sinister Cup. Let's go.
I mean, I would if they were down for that right now, I would totally watch that. Gemma was just saying we should get all 8 of them to do a Sinister Cup
Oh
right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Just ask them in the.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? Here.
Can you guys? Oh no, I'm writing. I'm saying in the chat.
Oh,
See if you guys down to do a
Sinister Cup right
with
now.
the same 8 people.
They might have lives to get to in this. I don't know what time it is there in Denmark, but well worth waking up early on
Yeah.
our Sunday morning to watch that.
I can't judge the reactions, but I would like to think that they're saying yes.
Wow, they're so calm. They're like, we've seen this before.
Then look how chill Nemo Stormblood is like. Yeah, it's just another day, you know.
Just
I stormed to victory in the blood of my opponents. Call me Nemo. Oh, they're doing their post-game interview, I think.
Yeah, probably talking about a lot of those matches leading up to the final matches, or even just that final.
Man,
best
there's a
of
lot of clippable moments from here. Like,
for sure.
Oh my gosh.
oh man,
Switching. I've never seen that before.
you should see if you can interview Nemo for your channel.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
should.
I would watch that.
I
I want.
should.
I really want to know where
Yeah,
he got a lot of those
exactly.
ideas from. My analysis on Nemo is he's not always the best lead picker, but he knows
Safe swap.
exactly
Safe
how
swap,
to get
and
out of
just-
it. Yeah,
and
the
then
safe
you do
swap
it.
is like,
And then.
hey, the Bibero, I think the Bibero means, or the Bidoof means yes. Sinister Cup.
Yeah.
Bidoof,
But while
oh.
most of the PvP world is focused on Sinister, these battlers
It's
are
offline,
able
I think.
to.
Oh no, it's lagging. It's lagging. I think because it's not. It doesn't say offline. It's just a spinning circle.
This Bidoof.
The Bidoof kind of staring at me a little
Yeah.
bit. Makes me a little shy.
That was
But it is hella cute.
absolutely insane.
That was. Man, me and Jim
That was
got
a great
lucky
time.
to shoutcast something like this.
Yeah.
That was some crazy play
Yeah.
in that whole tournament. Wow.
Oh my god.
But hopefully this encourages other countries or other
Alright, looks like
communities
they're
to
all
reach
good.
out to King, right?
Yeah, even if it's
Sure.
a small local tournament, just reach out to King and like let him do
Yeah,
his thing.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this is
That was
stuff that
crazy.
people want to see. This is incredible.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you,
Mago,
Gemma.
for the showcast. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hopefully, we'll cover more. I know we're looking to do some stuff with Florida
Yeah.
around their Big Cup, and then as well future showcasts. So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a
Any
lot of
closing
time.
words from you guys?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for everyone for coming to watch out, and thank you, Gemma, for allowing me to, and King, obviously, for allowing me to shoutcast for my very first time. I've never actually done this before, so yeah, great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
awesome. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see everyone in the next one.
Take care, everyone.